Good morning. It is Saturday. We're about 10 minutes late, but it's all good. I was having some internet issues, so it's funny because I was just telling Alex, I upgraded music. Alex,
got robbed.
Turn your music off. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, who got that music going?
Who got the music going? That was Alex.
Shut that shit off.
Shut that.
That's my cat, bro. I'm sorry. That's my cat.
I think I'm having internet. I think here in Arizona, we're all having internet
issues
right now.
No, that was my cat. It's hip hop and shit.
We got Miss Letko on the phone. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Not too bad. It's Saturday. I know you. Is it? How's the weather in Detroit, Alex? Anyways, Miss Letko, how's the weather?
It's nice.
It's nice. Because
it's all right.
I heard you guys had I heard you guys had 50 degrees weather and everybody was in shorts.
Just the white people.
Just the white people.
Ain't getting that happy now. Jesus, all the snow is melting. It's pretty much like 90% gone.
Right.
It's nice if you live in it.
It still sounds cold.
It's not cold. It's not cold at all.
It's still cold.
You don't have to go outside with a coat.
I know that's right, girl. Don't let him be up here lying. We know it's still cold.
It's not nice. It's still cold.
So Tim, 70.
He likes a fan on when it's
70.
It's a fan 30 degrees. He's like, fuck it.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, he's like that. So he loves to be cold. So
he's a true Midwesterner.
I mean, I'm no Chuck Gatica, but I mean, the sun is shining. All the snow melted. I mean, I don't know what you want, but so I'm just
warm heat.
Right. 70.
Yes.
So I wanted to bring you on the show. I wanted because I know you're be opinionated. So no more Mr. Potato Head. Hasbro makes a classic toy gender neutral. What is your thought on that?
My thought, even as a child, it was never Mr. Potato Head. Because you can change it to be a girl, be a guy. So Mr. should have just been. It should have never been on Mr. It should have always been Potato Head. So my feedback on it is Potato Head is fine. It's perfectly fine.
Well, they never had the parts for it. They never had the parts for it, right? They never had a wiener for Mr. Potato Head. So I guess
no, they did not. But the makeup, you could change it to be a female. You could change it to be a male because they had eyelashes on one eye.
Well, in the lips. That was the main part.
And maybe my memory doesn't serve me properly. Right. I thought there was two different ones, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
The woman came later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but Mr. Potato Head, you could change him. You could change him, but I didn't think you could change him as a female. I thought you could just change him into like different like eyes and hats and lips.
Yeah, they had lips, right? There you go, bingo.
Well, men have lips too, weirdo.
No, but they came out with, like you just said,
lipstick
they came out with the extra. No, the accessories that's what they were when they came out with. So
I don't care if they change if it's just Potato Head either. I just always thought they sold like one potato just had like interchangeable. Like men features, and the other one had interchangeable women. But
and then later
I didn't realize
she
came later, Mrs.
Yeah, they came out later, like with the hat with flowers or something on it, or something like
that. Yeah.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm. I don't care either way. It's a potato.
Potato. What the fuck?
It's a potato that it should be whatever.
French fry shit.
Oh, Drake froze. All right.
One where you put the stick on them.
Oh, did they?
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they had. I didn't know that. See, I guess I'm just old. So this.
That's crazy.
So this moves into the other big thing that the
He's freezing on us.
Yep. I was like, my cheap ass shit works like a beauty. And I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's happening here either.
I was
Usually
like, I tried to use my AirPods and I'm getting, and you know, the first time I tried to use them, I was getting feedback from him or whatever. And then
I had to switch to my, I usually just stream off of my phone internet because it's pretty badass, but today it's not working.
Okay.
So I had to go off of my
no shit.
My house. Yeah. I think it's just something here in Arizona.
Right.
Issues. My phone was having issues yesterday too.
Damn. I didn't know you so you did like most of the shows off of your
I do it right off my phone. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I pay enough. I pay enough. Yeah,
you know, and you know what? And the reason I'm saying that is because like I use my hotspot like crazy. So
yeah, no, I use
I just got a message from a good friend who was supposed to call in. Hopefully he still does. My good friend, shout out to my boy, brother from another mother, JR. And he said Drake froze. Is he in Texas?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God. I don't know. I'm like, man, I was like, look, I'm trying to use my AirPods and I can't. Okay, my $211 AirPods and I can't. I gotta plug my cord in. I finally, you know, I did some painting yesterday and just to move some shit around. I got tired of sitting away.
Miss Let It Go. Is she still here? Did she?
I don't think
popped off. She popped off too.
I'm pretty sure.
So you're doing some painting, huh?
So I did some yesterday and
nice.
You know, so my boy said JR said I'll call when he gets back on. That's fine, man.
Okay.
That's fine.
Oh, okay, yeah. You guys are back. Sorry, my internet. I had to go to my phone. I don't know what's going on. So
I had to go to my internet. My phone. We just talked about this. My phone wasn't working, and now I had to go to my internet. Something's going on around here.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. So I was just going to tell Tinley. So this moves on to the next.
You shut up. Shut your mouth. Is she still here?
Moves on to the next. Yeah, she's still on the phone. She's on the phone, so we didn't lose her. So this moves on to the next subject. So this moves on to the next subject. House votes to pass the Equality Act prohibiting discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. Tori, did you see that?
I absolutely did. And it's amazing.
Okay, so can anybody explain to me, either you or Tim, can you explain what it means? Because I read all the information, and it looks like if your child wants to be classified as let's say a male, a female, and you don't allow it, the government can take your child. I don't know. I'm just confused.
You're cutting out too.
Well, this is a touchy subject for me, but basically, what the government is trying to do is control. It's control. At a certain age, they want children to make their own decisions on their sexual preference.
Well, when you say touchy, I mean, just tell us what's your thoughts? I mean,
my kids, I haven't shouldn't need the government saying, oh, well, if your mother don't allow you to say whatever sexual preference you want to be, that the government comes in. No, if my child or any of my children want to be whatever they want to be, that's their decision. And I'm not going to come in and say, well, no, you're a female. You can't change to a male. I'm not going to do that. Am I going to say, well, this is not the right thing because of our religion? Absolutely.
Right. I mean, they're pretty much invading us. That's crazy, invading people. That's
exactly
scary.
That's
scary. Very scary. Like, wow.
So, I know you're. So, are you for it or against it? Tell me, Tinley.
Well, I was married to a female for 8 years.
Okay.
So I am against the government telling my children what they can do. Yes, I'm against that, but I am for gay rights.
Same.
we don't need I don't need the government saying hovering over my children. Oh, if your mother don't accept that, abandon them or no, hell no.
Right, because you have to look at it from another point of
So,
view. There are people who don't accept gay rights. Yeah, there's people who don't accept gay rights.
Right, and that's where
that's where it becomes touchy.
I can't. Right, exactly.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I know Tori's more open. so are you for it? Tori? Are you for it? Because we could always talk about pegging at any other given time, but
we could.
So
listen, I really think you should try it. I think you're just infatuated with it, and it never hurt nobody. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Listen, put a little spit on it. Put a little spit on it. We got this.
Oh my God!
Now
a little spit
I'll
on
be
it.
gentle. I'll be gentle.
Good morning, everybody.
Oh.
No, I absolutely agree with you. I think it's a very touchy subject because when you put the government in
the
charge
pegging,
of what's going on.
For a minute,
well,
listen,
the they probably all pegging each other over there the way these stimulus packages are looking. But anyways, we ain't gonna go there. But
right?
Right? Somebody getting pegged. I feel like it is a touchy subject because on one hand, you're not going to tell my child that they can or cannot be who they feel they are, regardless of what's between their legs. Like, I'm all for gay rights. Everybody doesn't choose to be born. We don't choose to be born the way we're born. So when people try to say, oh, you just want to be gay, or you just want to be a female, or you just want to be male, like, no, that's not how it works here. But again, it's touchy because there are some parents that are going to say, no, you were born a man and I don't care if you feel like you're a woman. So it's touchy. It goes both ways. Bottom line, I don't believe that the government should be involved in that sense. I do feel that everybody should have equal rights though. So it needs to be rewritten.
Well, I got a question for you, Tim. So we've talked about this on the show previously, and we just brought it up. So, how do you feel about guys that it just seems more open or whatever about pegging? Like, I don't know. Like, I know Tori's thinking that I just need to be into it, but I'm just not. I mean, have you had a guy ask me, "Okay, can you peg me?"
Women peg too, Dre.
Okay, well, I'm asking her if she, as a guy, ever said.
Pegging for me. I guess I'm out of the loop. Define pegging for me.
So pegging is when a girl has, I guess, you describe it, Tori. You describe it, maybe.
Okay, like a strap on, and they use it.
And you fuck
with
okay.
I mean, you get into the different sizes and stuff, but you know what I'm talking about.
I mean, each their own right. Would I do it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I'm not saying that's like my first
I need to start doing
go-to. Right. So, no, what we're saying is, so there are, I mean, I'm sure you know this. There are some women that use it on their women partners, their lesbian partners, but there's also women that use it on men that like that penetration and want to do that. I'm not saying it's for everybody. I'm not saying that's like my go-to. I don't put that on like my Tinder. Hey, let me peg you. That's not what I'm doing. But
pegger.
Right. I didn't make a t-shirt that said it. But I mean,
we'll peg for free.
Sometimes, my son just said,
we'll peg for food. What's up, Dominic? Sorry, man.
Listen, some people like certain things.
He's not good at. He's got all that freaky shit in her drawers.
Hey,
who's that?
We got options. Okay, we got options. That's all I'm saying.
You need a shirt. You need a shirt that says we got options.
We got options.
You know what? That might be that might be the best one yet. That's for real right there. Okay.
I'm just saying.
That's
And
dope.
it's not for everybody. And it's not my favorite thing to do. But I'm down to do it if that's what you want.
There goes another one. It's not for everybody.
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
And I don't want to do it to everybody.
You guys allow a female to peg you.
What'd you say?
What?
Serious fans want to know would you guys allow a female to peg you?
No, that's the whole thing. No, I'm not into.
Hey, do you see this? Do you see what my shirt says?
Okay.
There you go.
Outsiders.
Outsider.
Leave it outside.
It's an outing.
I'm good.
So
Okay, okay. But do you like to have anal with a woman? Drake?
Love it.
Oh, so this is a
I'll
perfect.
speak for him.
This is a perfect subject.
No, I'm just.
Yeah, let's talk about
Wait a
it.
minute. So there's a girl that recently she's like, I asked her about anal. And she said, "Well, that's that's output." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like,
She
"Yeah,
said
that's
what?
an output." And I'm like, "So what is that?" She's like, "That's an output." So basically, no, she wasn't into it.
It's an outing.
And she was like,
right.
yeah, she's like, "No, I'm not into it." And I'm like, "Well, I guess this conversation's over." But so yeah. So yeah,
Is that before or after you paid? Before or after you pay for the food and shit or whatever?
I think it was after.
What'd you say, Tinsley?
I'm
What'd you
just
say,
curious.
Tinsley?
I
What'd
said
you
until
say?
they're in that moment and it's flip.
Right.
Until they're-
Right.
Tim, we're into
That's my point. Exactly. Until you're in the moment. I'm sorry, but
For sure.
and maybe you don't like it, Drake, but
Sure.
some men like you like you to lick them. Some men like you to touch there. They're not gay. They're not
Right.
questioning their sexuality, but
Look.
when you're in the middle of a sexual experience and certain things are happening,
Right.
some
Well,
people
and
enjoy it more than others.
Well, look.
No,
Tori,
I don't have a problem with
There's
that.
nothing to be
I just
ashamed
I just
of.
wanted to say this. And sometimes it's the woman that is like that wants to do it for her pleasure.
Absolutely.
9 out
I
of
mean,
10 times, and
sexual
so-
experience isn't just physical; it's mental as well.
so,
So
hey,
when
go
you
ahead.
see your partner getting off and experiencing an erotic feeling,
Right now,
listen,
now,
I
a
know, I
guy-
love to see someone's eyes roll in the back
Well,
of their
look,
head, and their
well, look,
toes curl. So I'm
Tori-
okay with whatever.
Well, look,
Hey!
Tori, a guy asking a girl like to fondle herself, you know what I mean? Is like
Exactly.
that's like a fantasy to some to
That's
many
a turn
guys
on. That's a
back
turn
in the
on.
day.
He said
I don't know.
fondle. He said
Horrible word.
fondle.
Horrible word.
Like
Whatever.
he's
Whatever.
80. He said
Yeah.
fondle.
Okay.
Next thing you know, he's gonna say tittle or something.
You know what I mean? Take the little whippersnapper and just have your way.
Tittle it. Go,
But,
go. I want you to sit up there and just tittle it. Like what? Fuck.
Right.
Well, that sounds fun.
But yeah.
He
Right.
did. Fondle.
And I
Yeah. Us men living in a different world.
they ain't gonna stop it.
So to answer your question, yes, I like anal. Okay, I like but
okay, so
she's
what's
not
different?
paying.
Okay.
She's not paying.
Listen,
Hey, man, start being more specific
You
when you
like
say that.
anal. You like anal. You like to perform it on someone else.
Thank you.
Let me clarify that.
It just sounded
What's
weird.
the
I'm
difference
sorry.
between your ass being stimulated
No,
and
man.
someone else?
I was just talking shit.
Wait a minute. Let's straighten it out. Not someone. Yeah, female.
That's
Email.
Come on, man. Got to be specific. Specify this
Listen.
stuff.
Don't knock it till you try it, okay?
Be an outsider. Join the
Like I
game.
said, Corey, if they got a little finger action or a little tongue action, I guarantee they ain't turning that shit down.
Oh,
Girl,
yeah.
not
No,
at
I love
all.
my
They
balls.
go, not at all.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I love my balls to be tongued, so I'm good with that.
And it's
We ain't
right
talking
there,
about balls.
literally. Listen, a little
You're talking
slipperoo.
about. Do you want? Is anybody gonna say the word, or do I have to say because my ex-wife
What are
told
you talking
me?
about? The taint? What are we talking
well,
about?
My ex-wife said
I love my
chode.
teeth to be licked.
I heard the word
What?
chode. I
Oh
heard
my
the word
God,
chode.
Chode.
there's different names for it, but yeah, and what she's talking about. So yeah, I did. She's not talking about balls, Dre. She's talking about
I guarantee you
whole
ain't stopping
different spot.
nobody. They do it the right way. You're not stopping nobody.
That's the point.
And
that's the point.
you're yeah, I'm telling you. And it's gonna be 10 times more when you do let loose. So there you go.
Damn. I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, I'll drink to that. So I know you put this on your news feed, Tinley, and you brought it up, and you got everybody to talk about it. But now that we're seeing it more and more, what's your thoughts about? And I know it doesn't, because I know you got backlash for this, but I know it doesn't depend on who's in office, the president or whatever. But what's your thoughts of?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so what's your thoughts of the rising gas prices?
The rising gas prices are okay. So when Trump was in office, he kept people away from each other. He didn't allow people to communicate with each other. So, and for that fact, our gas prices stayed down. The pipeline did not sell because of his control in office. Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter. I don't care. I will admit it. I love my president.
Well,
but
he's not the president
with
no more, but
Biden in office, he don't have as much control. So yeah, other countries are going to start running over us.
Right.
And this is the reason why our gas prices are going up. Yes, our gas prices has nothing to do with who's in office, but it does because there's always a say-so. There's always communications to other countries. Our pipeline wouldn't have sold if them two people, if Russia and, my God, the other country, please help me out. Russia and,
We'll just say Russia and someone else. So okay, so the U.S. Launches airstrike against Iran, backing forces in Syria. Do you think that has something to do with gases? Do you think that Biden is just trying to, show how big his dick is? What was the purpose of us doing that?
Biden is just trying to show how big his dick is when it's really very small, and we're going to get fucked out of the situation.
So I know Trump has not been going to any wars for the last 4 years, but I hear this out of everyone's mouth. We're going to war now. Do you think that's what's happening?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I don't agree with Trump.
Wow, you're breaking up really bad.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Sweet Mary.
Sound like a robot.
There you go. There goes the robot.
And he's gone.
Well, like I was saying, no. So, anyways, like we were talking about earlier.
All right. So you cup the balls. No, I'm just kidding.
Dreek was so I've never seen him so confused in my life. Wow.
That's what I said.
And you know what?
He needs a tutorial. He needs a tutorial on how to.
I'm familiar with so many things that you say because my ex-wife, she used to go to those I might crush the word, but with her friends and all that.
Yeah.
The drag queen things and all that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't, you know what I mean, and so yeah, like I used
that doesn't even sometimes even have anything to do with it because it's really about sexual experiences.
Right.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
I thought the war was up and coming for a while now. But Trump kept the situation lightly. He was in the middle of everything. He always negotiated. I don't think Biden has enough sense.
People he's got behind him does though. So
they're frozen again.
So this war was going to come about regardless. it was going to happen a long time ago.
Yeah.
But
Whose fault is it?
So now that Trump's not in office and we got some little punk ass bitch who ain't got no balls, yes, they're going to come and try and keep Trump. That's my opinion.
Okay. All right.
But see, like the thing with that is like, okay, since I'm the sports guy, I'm gonna use a sports analogy. When one guy like a Tony Dungy leaves Tampa Bay looking so beautiful, like a shiny fucking brand new diamond, to a girl that been wanting to get married since she was 15, and hands it to fucking John Gruden, and they win a Super Bowl, and he gets all the credit, and Tony Dungy is kind of forgotten, but he's not, because everybody loves the guy. But it's the same thing. Like, this guy left, you know what I mean? Only he did the opposite. He left them in shambles and shit. So it's like, who do you blame then? Like, she basically answering her own question. Like, somebody's got to clean the mess up, right? So, you know what I mean? It is what it is, and that's your opinion. I respect it. I'm just saying, like, you know.
Are they even with us? Hello.
I don't know, and if not,
Drake,
they can,
this has got a smile.
if not, follow us on everything, and listen to the episode.
Oh boy,
we're on Stitcher, we're on Apple, like, but that's what I was gonna keep talking anyways. I don't give a shit who's listening.
Right.
I'm just like, when she said that, I'm like, that's the first thing in my head. I'm like, okay, well, somebody fucked it up or made it worse.
They don't have
you know
it.
What I mean?
Hello?
So
Hello?
We're back. We're back.
Right.
Okay.
So do you want me to repeat what I just said?
Yeah, repeat what you just said, cocksucker.
Man, shit. So do you want to go back to the Peggy now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Let's just pick up where we left off.
So I heard what she said, and all I said was like, since I'm a sports guy, I'm gonna use a sports analogy. And
I heard that part.
And okay, and basically, I mean, so there's always somebody cleaning up somebody else's mess, no matter what it is, no matter who it is, you know, Democrat, Republican. So, I mean, it's the same thing, you know. Like I said, it's like when, you know, Tony Dungy left the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and shit, but that was on good terms. He left something good and a solid foundation there to work with.
Right.
Okay, so what does he have to work with? He has to clean up all this shit that is like all these nonsense things, like, you know what I'm saying? And I hate talking politics, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm talking about what I see. So someone's got to clean up the mess. I mean,
makes
we're
sense.
gonna go to war eventually. We were gonna go to war, but whose watch was it gonna be? And Donald Trump's lucky as fuck to get out of this shit. But yet he still wants to stay in it. So it's like, you know what I mean? Do you want some beef? Do you not? What the fuck, man?
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like you created all this shit, so you shouldn't go away. You piece of shit.
Damn.
You should try to do what you're gonna, you know what I mean? Try to, if you're gonna help or help your people out, do something, but don't just shy away when you're tweeting like a fucking 15-year-old kid and all this stuff. Like, stay there, you know, stand your ground, continue it, your bullshit, or whatever is good and bad. Because he did do some good and he did some bad. They all do the same shit, man. It's the same pattern. So nobody's really different, you know. It's politics, and that's why I hate talking it. So I'm done for the show talking politics.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
There you go.
So,
what kind of cookie is it, though?
I don't know. So, I didn't know this.
The shit cookie.
He's a big basketball fan. So the Pistons are 9-23. What is your thoughts, Tinley? Because you said, "Oh, Pistons." We gonna talk about the Pistons. So what's your thoughts on the Pistons?
I don't have mine.
You don't have
her thoughts are after what I just said. Is Biden running it? Is Biden the coach?
Exactly.
I got your back. I still got your back.
I'm still on the politics.
Well, you want to talk about what else do you want to talk about on politics?
No, I didn't want to talk about no more politics.
Okay.
God bless you.
Okay. So
Right.
Change that subject.
what's your thoughts of
Change that subject.
what's your thoughts? you said you were a Piston fan. I want to know they're 9-23, which they're horrible.
Well,
What's your thoughts?
They're listen. What team isn't horrible in Michigan?
Thank
Oh,
you.
well, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. Come on.
You
Hold on.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say the league.
You have University of Michigan. That is
Yes.
awesome.
Go
That's
blue.
awesome. But we're
Yeah.
talking about our major league. They all
Professional.
suck.
Okay.
They all suck.
Right.
That's my opinion on it. They all suck.
Right.
Now,
Well, if you ask me, every team sucks in every league except for the champions. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
yep, very true. We agreed on something.
Right. Right.
All right.
Sure.
So the next subject,
That's
because
why I watch wrestling.
I brought it up to you on the phone. Lady Gaga's dog nappers may have targeted the singer for ransom. Now I know the dogs got returned yesterday unharmed.
Oh, that's cool.
What is your thoughts of Lady Gaga? Did she set
Who gives a fuck?
Did she get it up? Did she set it up?
You're like,
I don't know.
yeah, I've seen this. I was like,
Tori, do you think she's because I'm
Even
thinking
made media.
that she set this up because she wasn't in the media at the time.
What?
I don't.
No, I don't think.
She don't
Personally,
need to do
I don't think.
It's pretty ridiculous that it did make media.
Well, they don't have anything else really to talk about entertainment wise because everything has been shut down. So these are
Right.
little TMZ things, but I don't think she set it up just because I've watched her documentaries before and I've seen what
Right.
kind of privacy she likes. And I watched something in regards to her going through something with her health.
right.
She's
seen
very private. She's got health stuff. She's very, stuck on doing all those things. I don't foresee her doing such a thing to her animals. Like, no, any pet owner that loves their animal isn't going to do that.
No, she's a genuine person.
She's a genuine person.
Like that
She
at
does a lot of,
At least comes
she
off
does a
like
lot
that.
of charity work. She delivers, like I watched this thing where she literally was just delivering groceries and gifts to people. She just gets in her car and has her people go shopping and then they just drop stuff off at people's doors. Like she has more of a humanitarian thing to her.
Right.
She's not doing that to her fucking dogs, but don't test her. Listen, someone comes for my dogs. Oh, those are like my children. Those are like my children. You're going to read about it regardless how stupid it is. You're going to fucking read about it because don't come for my animals.
Right.
So
No, I don't think she did that on purpose.
So Miss Let It Go, you said who gives a fuck?
But
Is
you
it-
don't think
is-
she did that on purpose.
It's just one of them stories that you're just
I mean,
like, you just don't care about.
other things to that media other than Lady Gaga's dog.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to talk about something other than politics.
Right.
Right.
Well, I mean, I was just happy the dogs got returned.
I mean,
That
we
was
should be
the
talking
only thing I
about.
thought when I first seen. Hold on, real quick.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
There's just, I don't know. I just thought it was like really ridiculous. But they put some dumbass shit on the media anyways.
So
Yeah.
So Fallon just said, "My sister Tinley always speaks her mind. Love you, sis." So I just wanted to tell you that.
Oh, so I love her too.
Okay, she heard you.
I hear you.
Is there anything else you want to talk on before you go? Like I said, I just wanted to bring those topics up to you. Just wanted to ask your thoughts on it.
No, I'm actually making breakfast. I'm about to eat.
Okay,
Ooh,
well,
what you make them?
I just made some 50 eggs with some toast and bacon.
Okay.
Sounds delicious.
But
Now-
I mean, do you guys want to bring up a topic that you want to talk about?
No, that was
Do you want some relationship advice?
okay. Give us some
Let's
relationship.
hear it.
So,
I was just
so
joking.
wait
It
a
was a
minute.
joke.
Before you go,
I got a question.
You
No,
know,
for
we
real.
talk about everything. So
I got a
whatever
question
you got
for you.
for us, bring
I
it,
got a
girl.
question for you then. Okay. So if you're a single guy and you're talking to a girl that has,
8 kids?
2 kids. No, I'm not. I said a normal single guy. That, talking to a girl that has two kids. And
hold on. First off, you said you're single, but you're talking to a girl. So how does that make you single?
Then I guess you're not single.
No. He means just in the talking stage.
Guys nowadays, you're talking to someone, but you still want to call yourself single.
Oh wow, that's deep.
Okay, so does that mean when you're talking okay, I guess I get your point. I don't know, you kind of confused me with that shit. It don't make no sense to me, but
you just left him.
Okay, I'll use myself as an example.
Go ahead.
Say I'm talking to no single word involved. Say I'm talking to a girl and she has 2 kids and I have 2 kids. I have 2 daughters. She has 2 boys. Can you give me any advice on how to make that work?
What's your question?
What's your question?
Why wouldn't it work?
Okay, thank you. I was just trying to throw a simple question out there.
There was no question though.
And how would you make it work? How you know what I mean? When the time is right for the woman, who should be the woman to bring you, decide.
Are we talking? Wait, can we just skip? Are we talking about you right now?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to get real personal. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, it's a simple question. It's okay. We could throw it out the window. I thought it was a very simple question, but okay. Maybe I was wrong. That's why I don't talk about relationships.
He doesn't talk about politics, relationship. So let's.
Well, I mean,
okay.
That's a simple
hang
question.
on. Let's have some clear. Let's have.
I just asked a simple ass question. I don't understand why.
We need some clarification.
1,000 ways.
Go ahead.
So let me make a statement. So there's a lot of females and a lot of men that you might be talking to, and they assume that you're in a relationship with them. So the meme out there that is, that someone, are you single, but is someone out there thinking that you're in a relationship with that person? So
now, really technical. What the fuck?
Well, no, because
that's a good point.
I'm just being honest with you, because there could be a girl that you're talking to that assumes you're in a relationship with her, or vice versa. So
let me get very confused.
Okay, so it could get very confusing.
Right.
So what's your thoughts on someone that assumes that you're in a relationship with them because you're talking to them, or you guys are conversating, or you're talking every day? What is your thoughts as a female? Do you feel that you are in a relationship, or do you feel that you're not in a relationship? And you know what I mean? Because to me, I don't feel that I'm in a relationship unless we're actually going out on dates. Unless we're going out on dates and we're spending time together, then I see that we possibly are in a relationship or some type of seeing each other. So, like I said, there is a lot of people that assume
you're not in a relationship.
A lot. Well, okay, I can accept that. But what I'm saying, a lot of people do assume, oh, you're talking to that person, so that person assumes, male or female, thinks you are in a relationship.
Right. I agree, and it happens all the time. A person thinks just because we're having sex that we're in a relationship. Absolutely not. I'm having sex because I'm having a good time. Don't put that in the category of me being in a relationship with you. But I feel you're not in a relationship until you have that conversation about a relationship. And if that person is not willing to talk to you about the relationship, that does not mean you're in a relationship. Until that commitment comes and you guys both agree on a relationship, then you're in a relationship.
Right.
And see, I think that's what Alex was saying when he said, when a single guy is talking to somebody, not necessarily in a relationship yet, talking to somebody I'm looking at my options. Do I even want to be in a relationship with this person? I think there's a period there that you have to definitely talk with somebody or feel them out before you're like, do we take this forward, or do I just have sex? And
that's how it was. That's how it was.
Right. No. I got what you were trying to say. I got what you were trying to say. So, but in general, like me personally, I don't mix we don't introduce kids to people unless you know that's going to be.
That's all.
Unless I know that you're going to be around, because kids are so vulnerable, and when they see someone come in, that person's going to put most of the time, that person's going to put their best face forward, right? And those kids are going to end up loving them and this and that. And then all of a sudden, boom, she's gone or he's gone. And then you're going to bring another person in. Or so I think when you have children,
That's all I was trying to find out.
Yeah, no, you definitely don't.
I agree.
That's what I'm like.
Yeah, but the talking thing, I think like you said, you have to have that conversation at a certain point. And I think nowadays people are so scared to have that conversation because they don't want to scare that person off if they really like them. I also think that social media plays a huge role on that mind fuck with you too.
Ooh,
because
yes, it does.
Girl, because you're like, you're talking to somebody and everything's cool, and now you're watching their Facebook and you're watching their social media, and now you see them interacting with another female, maybe a specific one or several, or vice versa, males watching females. So then you're like, okay, well, now I'm gonna see, okay, what's he saying under her pictures? What's she saying under his pictures? Is he loving all her comments? It fucks with your mind. It really does. I try not to feed into that, but then when you ask them, hey,
I'm a firm believer. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm a firm believer. If I'm with you, I don't want to be on your Facebook. I do not. I would rather us have each other blocked and save the drama.
I agree.
I don't want to hear
I love it.
Yeah, I agree with you for the most part. I agree with you for the most part. I don't block. I won't have you not on there or block you, but I am a firm believer that there's a fine line on what like if you met me and I was posting funny, obscene shit, then I don't need to stop doing those things. I do though, and I will say this. Are you
referring to Drake? Because he's another room.
Possibly. Like that, those things don't bother me. Now, there are certain things that I don't think people should be posting when they're in a relationship. I think they can be offensive to you. I think that sometimes people want to post funny, they think it's funny, but I think that, when you post certain things about relationships that maybe are a side jab, and we all know the passive aggressive posts that sometimes people post. I think there's a fine line. There's a respect. It's just like when you're dating somebody or you're married, you act that way. I think your behavior on social media should reflect that in a certain aspect. I'm not saying all the way around and you can't post funny things or vulgar things or anything like that, but I don't know. I think there's boundaries with every relationship. So you got to feel that out. But if there's somebody that's acting a damn fool and they can't behave on your Facebook, I don't think you should even be fucking dating them, honestly.
Cha-ching.
Listen, you're going to act a damn fool and you met me like this, then we don't even need to be together because you're not going to change who I am. I'm going to compromise, but you're not going to change who I am.
Right.
All I want to know is, check this out.
Hey, where are the white women at?
You're so stupid. You are so stupid.
So, Tinley, we want to thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. Go have your breakfast. We love you. Call in anytime. Thanks for coming on this show.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Thank you for coming on, girl. Enjoy your day.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you guys. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
You as well.
Thank
you. She's cute.
Yeah.
She's sassy.
Hey, I just want to know where the white women are at. Fuck.
You're so stupid.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Hey. Okay.
Okay, brown eyes and brown hair.
It's black.
It's black. So let's talk about. I know. They still losing, Alex, 9-23.
Who's losing?
Listen, damn it.
We're winning, man. Oh, I thought you were talking about us.
Okay. Are they gonna fucking start winning?
Well, they won 4 out of their last 5 games. They won 4 out of their last 5 games, bro. So
I was watching the other game the other day, and they were winning most of the game, right?
Right.
And then they started losing in the last 5 minutes. And I've noticed this is just a repeat thing. At the end of the fourth quarter, they're mostly winning, right? And then all of a sudden they start losing. And my dad goes, "They didn't got no fucking D." And I said, "You know what? That's it. They didn't got no fucking D."
Well, I mean, I've been saying the same shit over and over, man, about that. Like, I thought he was. I mean, Dwayne Casey's a defensive coach. You see what he did with, like, I mean, once again, they weren't playing defense. Look, it's just so different now. Right. You got to be able to score, man, and that's why all the love been going to Bay. And they're talking about they're talking about him like that's a good spot right there. Josh Jackson, once again, nobody's talking about him, but he's like a under the radar player, man. He's been doing good and all that. And then I think Jeremy Grant, he had like 30 yesterday and all that. So I mean they're tight games. It's always gonna look like that, but they're just, I don't know, man. I really don't know what to say about them. There's a few bright spots and a lot of bad spots. So right. And or the only bad spot is that they're losing. But they won 4 out of their last 5 games, and that was like the Celtics, and I think they lost to the Pelicans. I know yesterday. I think so. Yep. But and they beat them last time, so it's like it's a roller coaster, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say. So Blake Griffin's out of there, and you shared the we talk about it in a minute, the slam dunk highlights, and you see who was in the highlights, right? Blake Griffin. Right. I mean, he was such a hot commodity when he came out and all that, him and then his brother after. But, we like we always do, we get these players in the middle of their prime or after they got injured, and you know what I mean? So he was a good, he was good. I think he was one of the players that was really good for this area and stuff like that. He brought, a lot of like notoriety and all that. And I know it's not really about that, but you got to bring people in and fans when we was able to have them and pump your team up and you know what I mean? Because that mentality is huge, man. Obviously, I shouldn't have to tell nobody that, but to have the fans when you're playing a basketball game and doing any sporting event it's huge, man. And it sucks. We got to keep reminding ourselves about that shit. So hopefully the baseball is, I told my mother the other day, I was like, hopefully I can go because I would like to take her to a game this year, and I would more than a couple. But shout and real quick, the reason I'm saying that is because I just want to give a quick shout out to my good friend Mark. Lost his mother last night. He's been a real good, he's like family, man. He looked over my parents and my father, a real good friend of my father's, helped us out a lot and showed a lot of love throughout the years when my father passed and before my father passed, which means a lot. So he lost his mother last night to cancer, and I just want to give him, shout out of love and just say, man, I'm there for you. My condolences to him and his entire family. And so since I was talking about moms, but yeah, I just want to be able to enjoy going to a game, man, and hopefully I can take my mother to a Tiger game, this year because they are supposed to have fans, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Right.
So, yeah. All right, I'm gonna bring this up. Because I know
Cedric Sabalas. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I'm gonna bring this up because basketball. We're coming to the All-Star break and trade deadlines and all that. But this was great. I was just
man, he could see underneath that shit, but it's cool. So.
Joe D. 50 for Cedric Sabalas, the only one tonight.
Now he goes up,
blows it up.
He takes the ball. He
blows it out.
Kenny Smith made oversold this shit though. I was like, okay.
Oh, he actually blew it out. This is real.
Now this was dope.
That's a 50.
Timing. Timing was dope.
That looks a little bit like you back in the
Time
day.
it when he's cutting rotation and grab it
Couldn't
out.
do a layup.
Okay.
I thought this was too cheesy, and I hate the Jazz.
Ah!
Assignment.
Yeah.
Yeah, he signed an autograph picture. So
You just did it.
That was dope. I
yeah,
like that.
I mean, it was
Hopefully he gives that, he raffles it off
Right.
to charity or something.
right. You probably sold that shit on eBay.
No, I'll give it to charity.
Hello.
It is what
I mean,
he
it was
did.
different. It was different.
I like that. I thought that was pretty creative.
There he goes, Blake. He went over the whole card too. That was dope. He was young. That was all he was known for, though. You know what I mean? So dunking and rebounding. That was dope.
Replacement earlier. Swaps ball.
Damn, look at D Brown. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hello.
Oh my, that's the cherry on the sundae.
He said that's the cherry on the sundae.
Right.
No look.
Some good opinion. Here we go. Number 2.
Young Dwight.
Did you see where he touched the top of the backboard? Right? He tried to touch the top of the he put a sticker up there. Look at that. That's incredible. That's what I'm talking about. That's right. 12 points. Yo, that's crazy.
I always like Dwight Howard.
In his head. See, watch this. Oh! Are you kidding me?
He does what I think he's about to do. It's going to be impressive.
Oh, my God.
There we go.
It's just too much for me, man. It's just too much for me, man.
There it is.
You just put the tagger on it right there.
Look
at this. Now he's putting down tape on the foul line. That's for
Here
the
it
old
comes.
takeoff.
There it
He
is.
wants to indicate
Here we
where he's
go.
going to take off on this dunk. Here comes Michael Jordan. Fly. So there's Michael Jordan.
And his
Yeah,
foot,
because, you know, when Brent Berry did it,
that's a 10 to
half of
me.
his foot was over the line. So
Yeah.
nobody could do it like Jordan. Damn it, that hurts to say it, but yeah, nobody could do it like my MJ, man.
Right.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a
Oh my
bitch.
God.
So let's get back to the topic. Those some good dunks, man. I just wish there
Right.
was more
Should
big
have had
names.
Vince Carter in
Yeah.
there, but
Yeah. Oh, they.
good.
Oh man, shit.
Vince Carter, Vinsanity.
Let's talk about the Red Wings. 6-13-3.
Right.
Woo, man, that's
You might get your wish with that. Coach might get fired. I mean,
hold on. I got somebody calling in. Hello, caller. Who are you? Say your name. Come on the air. What's up, brother?
What up?
what
Hey,
up,
man. How you feeling? How you doing? Good morning.
My brother from another. My brother from 2 other
Oh,
mothers.
afternoon. Yeah. So I was talking to. Sorry. So we got JR on the phone. Tori, did you say hello to JR?
Hey, JR.
What's up?
Don't sound too excited.
No.
I was talking.
I'm missing out on all the action.
No, so I was talking to Jamie last night. He called me last night, right? He's like, I was like, yeah, I was talking to JR. He's like, oh, big country, I'm gonna have to call in. I was like, go ahead, call in. So he wanted me to tell you if he didn't, because he's been struggling with some things. So he said if he doesn't call in, he wanted to tell you how you been, how you doing. So he wanted me to tell you what's up. So
Oh, okay.
what's going on, brother? So I mean, we could talk about some topics that we already talked about. So what's your thoughts because I know you're pretty opinionated. So what is your thoughts about the whole Mr. Potato Head thing?
What the?
I didn't catch that one. What was it?
So Mr. Potato Head, no more Mr. Potato Head. Hasbro made a classic toy gender neutral. So what's your thoughts about the country is all, gender neutral? You've been out to California, you know how things are. You go to the bathroom, it is, a gender neutral bathroom. Just everything changing.
I think even a better question is what happened to the Boy Scouts and why is there girls in the Boy Scouts?
Right.
That's good.
I didn't understand that concept.
What about those
like there's a Girl Scout and a Boy Scout.
those commercials, man, that they show?
So it's like,
I
I
see
don't
those
know.
commercials like a million times a day talking about Boy Scouts that like I thought they folded to be honest with you, because of a lot of the like
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, I mean, I understand whatever. I mean, I'm not by no means
right.
whatever, gay marriage is cool, all that stuff, whatever. But I mean, it's
Right.
kind of like Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. There is a Girl Scout. Like, why do you got to be a Boy Scout? It's like,
right.
what's different? Why don't the girl? And then I was telling my girlfriend that she's like, well, the girls should be able to do the stuff that the boys do too. But I said, so do it in the Girl Scouts. Like, what? I don't understand.
Right.
One bathroom. So why do we have to go to the men's room? Why isn't it just called the bathroom now?
Right.
I mean, I don't give a shit. I'll go to the bathroom.
You're so sensible. You
I don't
always been
care.
so sensible, right. And yeah, we kind of talked about that before, and
Like,
yeah.
sometimes I think they just want attention.
So I was
I think some people just want attention.
So I was talking to somebody the other day, and I just said, and I'm not against any of this stuff. Like, okay, I'm good. Bathroom, gender, whatever the case, I'm okay. If you're gay, I'm okay with it, right? But I gotta be honest with you. Like you said, they want attention. Is it sometimes I feel like it's the Twilight Zone. Everything that was normal is now not normal. Everything it feels like the world has totally changed around me in the last 20 years. Everything that was upside down now is right side up. So that's the way I feel. And it seems like they have to let you know, okay, it's got to be gender, this or that, or, when it comes to,
got to be labeled.
right. And I just don't understand that.
Yeah, what did they do to Mr. Potato Head? Are they just dropping the Mister?
Yeah, they're just dropping the Mister.
Yeah.
Correct.
I like
So
the
they're
way you
just calling
said
it
that.
potato
Right?
Whatever. That's
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus.
who cares? That's fine. Whatever.
It's a marketing. I mean,
That's
it's
all
like,
advertising.
yeah,
I don't think that has anything to
exactly.
do with gender.
Yeah.
That's just advertising.
Right.
Okay.
They just
Well,
wanted
let's,
to
For
appeal
sure.
to a broader audience.
we did talk about this earlier with Tinley. So Coke has training with their employees, and they say in their training, you need to be less white. You're a white guy, so what do you think about that? I mean, that's just crazy that they would say that. We want you to be less white. What does that fucking mean?
I don't know. I didn't know white was a personality. Like
Right.
I didn't realize that was a personality
Right.
trait.
I think
that
telling
was just
people. So I think everybody is equal. I think if you're a piece of shit, you can be any color, right?
Right.
But I also think that telling people to be less white is just like telling black people to talk less black. They don't like that. Like, what do you mean? I talk black. I didn't know talking was a different form. So
Right.
I think in this sense, when it comes to that, I think it's very offensive because you act a certain way, that the way you act doesn't have a color to it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Right.
there it is. They put
Right.
labels on everything's got to be labeled. We just talked about it.
I guess they label these bottles all day, so why not label everything else?
Right.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Right. Like, yeah, when we get out to show, I'm gonna
Well,
go eat
it
some
went
tacos.
even further
No,
to
that's
not
what I do.
even say that, but then to give examples as if that's
Oh, damn.
We lost her. You still there, JR?
Wow.
When it comes to your financial health,
Damn.
You still? Yeah, I don't know what.
Is that our sponsor?
Yeah, I was there. Then a bunch of
Was that our
Yeah.
sponsor, or is that our new sponsor?
Yeah, that was our sponsor. Before he went, she's having internet
That's
problems.
weird.
There she is. There. Oh,
I
back.
literally just popped off. I don't even know what happened.
That never happens
Yeah.
Ever.
with you. Ever. I was
Ever.
like, what?
Ever.
I got scared. I started screaming. No,
Anyways,
I'm using
go
a
ahead.
No, but that's true. Everything's got to be labeled, from relationships to,
Right.
fucking Coca-Cola. Oh, can you be less white? Oh,
He's like, they're making labels, so I guess they
yeah,
got,
just labels. I just don't get it. It just,
right.
everything's got to be fucking something with label, which makes no fucking sense.
Right.
Yeah. It's like when
I
they
mean,
say
like,
be black or whatever, what does that mean?
I'll wait till Tori comes back on before I ask this question. But like, I was just gonna kind of, I'll slowly go into it. But like, you guys were in business together, and it was a different type of business. But you know what I mean? If you started labeling, I mean, like, if you started labeling certain women that worked for you, like how would that, like,
What we did.
You went, well, you know what you did, but you did it. I'll be nice and say you did it in a respectful way. So, but you needed to do that. You needed to do that. Like, I realized, like, when I got a little older, I realized, like, damn, I wish I like, I always tell Drake, I wish I would have been, because I mean, I was just hanging around. Yeah, I was working out. I was working, helping out when I can with everything I could, whatever.
I don't know what's.
Yeah, I don't know either. They don't want to hear what I say.
No, so Tori,
They're trying to silence me.
Never. No pressure.
The government's trying to silence me. No,
It's
it
a
says no.
conspiracy.
It says no
wow.
pressure.
Wow.
No pressure. No diamonds.
Right. Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Diamonds
my
are
boobs
forever.
hang on. My boobs kind of stretch it out a little bit. There you
shit.
go.
Oh, we got a moment. All right.
No pressure. No diamonds.
But no, so I wanted to wait till you can't pop back on, and I was telling them, like, they were in business together, and as far as labeling people and all that, I was like, I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I was like, you guys ran, a escort service, and if you would have been really labeling everybody, and JR said, well, we did, and I was like, well, okay, you did, but you did it in a good way, because you had to. You had to weed out the bad ones if you could, and some, like, there was times I was there, and there was one girl on the list, and there was times that I was there and there was like 25 girls on the list, 30 girls.
So basically, you're saying that they labeled the girls too.
Oh yeah,
I was trying to say that
you
they did
to.
it. I was trying to say
yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, and it was kind of like,
be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
we all have labels. We all have labels.
Right,
even in the sex industry.
Hey, I wish it was as easy as Coke thing.
It's the 31 flavor. No, it's the 31.
We had a Chinese guy that always wanted black girls. So.
Right. And, I mean, it's the 31 flavors, thing that I call it. 31. I mean, like, hey,
it is a 31 flavors kind of business.
I like black cherry. You might like, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? You might like strawberry. This guy might like Neapolitan. I don't know, but yeah, but I'm just saying it. But yeah, I mean, labeling. My whole point is labeling could be bad and it could be good.
Some guys like pegging. Did he say? I don't know what's going on with pegging. Did you say pegging?
Yeah.
Right.
See,
I know JR knows what that is.
I told you.
Ben, no, I already. That's
you're making
shadow.
JR, you're making Drake blush.
Without a shadow of a doubt, I guarantee JR. No, JR.
Call it colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it doesn't have to be that big. Gee, just a little,
Right.
just a little penetration. It's okay.
My doctor said to me.
Was it the index finger or the pinky?
Oh man, the thumb.
No, it was a camera.
He said it was a camera. HD or 4K or what?
I did. Listen, I had a colonoscopy, and they did not put me under all the way because I have sleep.
Wow.
So they put me in a twilight.
Holy shit!
I had a colonoscopy done.
Right.
And they can't put me under total anesthesia because I have sleep apnea. So they said because it's such a minor procedure, there's no reason to take the extra risk.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
true.
I remember some of it.
Oh,
wow.
I don't like the effect. So.
Right.
It's totally different.
Definitely don't enjoy it, and
I was trying to get this already.
It doesn't go that far.
Thank you
All
for that. I needed that, Tori. Thank you, because I went to my doctor months ago, and I was like, "Do I need that? Please tell me so I can get it over with." She was like, "You are healthy. You don't need that right now. You just turned 40." I was like,
You
"Are you
probably
sure?"
No, listen, a colonoscopy is important, especially in male health. Like it's definitely important. Pegging and a colonoscopy are way different. Okay, so don't think
Well,
because
see,
you're
you
getting
can
a
get the pegging
colonoscopy.
after you get the colonoscopy, and if your significant other is like, "Hey, I'm
Listen,
proud
if
of you,
you
babe."
get it, listen, if you get a colonoscopy, you'll still be considered an anal virgin. Don't be worried. Go get checked.
Thank you.
Like, no, everything seemed a little looser back there after that.
Well, I mean, it was in shock. You just had a trauma
Hey, ain't
happen
nothing
to
wrong
it.
with breaking shit up a little bit here and there. You know what I
We
mean?
don't consider
Loosening.
that. We don't consider. I mean, we don't consider that.
It's good to be loose, you know.
It's good to be.
Hey,
It's not. Listen, it is
he?
not good to be loose.
Right. Okay, I'm speaking for myself.
We don't consider.
All right, so
man.
No,
here's
it's
a
not
subject.
good to be loose. By the way, let me just add that on there.
All right, so here's the subject that we haven't talked about. So, and I want to ask you, JR. So, Proud Boys leader has no sympathy for lawmakers targeted by Capitol riot. You know what happened in January. What's your thoughts of the Proud Boys basically saying he has no sympathy? He was ready. They were ready to go to war. What was your thoughts on that? And that he just talked. They just interviewed him the other day.
So is this one of the guys that is he getting charged with anything, or
No,
is this just like
this was his opinion. This was one of the leaders.
I mean, what would you expect from somebody like that? I guess, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, there's people
Not
that
a leader.
yeah, like that's just. I would only expect that from them.
Well,
I guess that's.
Well, yeah, they haven't brought charges on him, but I mean, I'm pretty sure that they're working on it. You know what I mean? Because if he was, if he
they're going to get him with something.
Yeah, they're going to get him with conspiracy, something. So
let it add up,
right?
And then put him away for good, or as long as they can.
Whatever.
Right.
Somebody like that doesn't have remorse for their actions or even want to be held accountable for that. So, like you said, I wouldn't expect anything different from somebody of that stature.
Yeah, like I'm not surprised by it.
No, no, a piece of shit's gonna respond like a piece of shit. It's gonna fart. So it is what it is.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
If he didn't say anything, I could probably guess what he was gonna say.
Right.
Like.
Well, we'll move on to
SDE, Tori, like you always say.
Yeah, we'll move on to music. This was a topic that Alex brought up, and I didn't know this. And you being a Detroit native, Eminem "Lose Yourself" hits 1 billion views. That's
Thank you
amazing.
for bringing that up, because I was going to ask you if we can ask him about that, because
I was just that's why I wanted to ask him. What's your thoughts of Eminem? I mean, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, wow, have you ever looked and seen like what is the most viewed videos and stuff? Like some songs that are up there are pretty big songs. So for that to happen, it's pretty big.
Right.
I don't think 1 billion is the highest, right? There's some even way bigger ones.
Yeah. Longevity, a little bit more, a little bit longer probably took, but still,
isn't that Justin Bieber song up there?
Yeah, you could be right. That baby song, I mean, yeah, you might be right with that for sure. That,
and there's some other songs too.
Maybe he just gets, he gets the praise because he is who he is, and you know what I'm saying. I don't know if you remember, JR, when we was at the office one time. Remember, it was me, you, and a girl, I guess, that was working, and it was the first time that we seen like the D12 video. Remember, shit on you, and then we were just like, oh my god, because we were just. I felt like the timing, and us being in Detroit, like when Eminem came out, man. Remember, like we was on what was the name of that website? Was it not Napster? Was it Napster, Drake?
Yeah,
And it would tell it would tell the details, and that was when you guys first started, and we would be on the computer, and our number one thing was like, well, we got to download this new song. We got to download this new song. Somebody would do it. It would either be me, JR, you know what I mean, whoever's on the computer answering phones. But that was like our thing, and we got to watch that video, and then the new video when he did with Missy Elliott. So just like these. I remember these times that we were like, oh my God, we gotta fucking download that shit. We were running the computer and yeah, man, it's just like I watched the interview yesterday with the
been around for a while.
Yeah, and I watched the interview Drink Champs. Noriega does his show, amazing show, and he interviewed Bizarre, and Bizarre was talking about how he, when Eminem got signed and all that, and what everything that happened, and it was just so crazy, man. So that's what got me thinking about that last night. And I mean, like he
in about 5 years, he can't even 5 years he'll pass up Baby Shark.
Wow. I hope so.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking
but
song.
And they were just talking about how big he is, man. Like Noriega was like, I went to the airport the other day, and like, usually I have to, you have to be like, kind of looking around, checking behind you and shit. He was like, nah, I'm all good. But when you're somebody like, when you're Slim Shady, he was like, man, and Bizarre was like, I feel sorry for him sometimes. Like, it's that bad. Like, he is like Elvis, man, of the rap game. Like, and he tries to come out and this and that, and I mean, he's like Michael Jackson, man. It's pretty crazy, man. So we followed him his career. We were just always amazed by him, man.
What did you say?
Less white.
Oh my God!
Right. but yeah, man. Definitely been around for so long. It's crazy to like, I think about those times. That's why I brought that up, because I just think about that. Like, damn, man.
Yeah, it comes.
Been in the
circle.
game, so yeah, just time flies by, and certain things, whether it's music or a movie, you're like, God damn, that came out this long ago, and this was so much fun. Hip hop was so much fun when he came out, and it was like right at the top tier and shit. Like, so
yeah.
So last question, JR. I wanted to ask you this, and we asked our last caller. So the House votes to pass the Equality Act for discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity. What's your thoughts on that? So what I heard and what I interpreted was basically the government, if you don't allow your child to identify as their gender, they can basically come to your house and take your child. I mean, that's what I interpreted out of it, but maybe I'm wrong. What is your thoughts on that?
I had to read that like 5 times, man, because I was like,
yeah, I don't know that's. I don't know. I haven't looked into it myself, but that sounds dumb.
Is that even real?
Listen, I don't understand the whole gender is a choice, or I don't know what the hell that means. None of that stuff. Or they say gender is not. You're not born a gender, or is that? I don't understand. What is it that they say? They're saying that gender is a choice. I don't understand.
Right. Can we be an alien? Can I consider myself an alien? I mean, like, I don't. Yeah, that's how I thought. I didn't get it. I don't get it.
We recently had a transgender on the show. It was basically she was born as a boy. She got tit. She still has her dick. So it just seems very touchy. Definitely eggshells when you definitely talk to a transgender. You know what I mean? So I'm confused at the whole thing. I mean, Tori, like I said, I know that
it kind of makes sense. It makes sense that like situations like that now they're focused on Mr. Potato Head, because you could put different all over the place and mix and match. Yeah. So I guess that's why I focused on Mr. Potato Head.
They're catching up with the times as far as marketing goes. Right, they're taking risks and shit, man. Because that's crazy. That's crazy. That was kind of like with the Barbie dolls and stuff. Like
born with something to keep it.
Right.
I can accept that. Makes
I don't
sense.
know. Like
Right. It's like, what do you say to things like
Who are you? Who are you to change what you were born with? I mean, I don't know. Like if you take a Lamborghini engine out and put it in a Escort, you don't. What is that? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know. You just start mixing and matching pieces. There was this funny thing. This is kind of similar where I read something. Maybe it was a meme or something. It was like,
Right.
God gave women eyebrows and she shaves them off and draws her own on. God gave women breasts and she makes them bigger. God gave her an ass and she makes that bigger and changes that.
Right.
She gave her a face and she puts makeup on to make it look different. And then it's like, if God couldn't please a woman, what makes you think you can?
Wow.
So,
True, but very, very
kind of, it was a meme that I read.
right. That's crazy. That's crazy one right
But anyway, that's what I'll
Okay, I have a question.
I don't know.
Have you ever, and I don't know, I know I have, but I don't know, have any of you ever been around, say, a small child, right? Say a boy, and that boy, as a small age, acted feminine. He maybe had feminine interests. He liked to play with Barbies. He liked to roll with the girls. As he got older, you basically already knew that child, his entire life, was gay. It wasn't come out and said because, I mean, me growing up, that wasn't something you label someone when they're 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, right?
Right.
But you knew that child had more of a feminine chromosomes than male. Have you ever experienced that?
I have not. Have you, Alex?
Yeah, I've been around a few friends of like cousins of my friends. I've never seen him play. I've never seen him play with Barbies and shit like that. But I've hung around with a couple of people that I knew that were gonna grow up, and they grew up gay. I went to school with a friend my whole life.
Homosexual, because that doesn't make him a woman or a man. I don't think.
Right.
I like pizza. I like pizza. Doesn't mean I'm Italian.
Right. Right. I hear you.
Well, there is French bread too, so. but I'm not saying that somebody who is born a certain way for me, I look at it like this, like it scientifically, if you're born with, more, again, your chromosomes or your physical, your DNA lines up differently. As you become older and you grow into that, maybe they were given the wrong parts.
Right.
I can't, for me, I love my parts. I'm a female. I know this. But there are people out there. Yeah. But there are people out there whose chemical makeup is not the same.
I love your part.
Thanks. And you have to, I feel like it's a fine line. It's a fine line. What's that?
I said maybe someone should call God's customer service department.
We'll be online forever. Damn.
If it was that easy, I'm sure there would be a national hotline.
Right.
Bro,
Hey, look.
I wonder if you
Go ahead.
call God if it says press 1 for English.
Press 2 for they got all the languages and shit. Right.
No, press 2 for English.
Right.
It would be press 2 for English. Right. Come on now.
Hey, well, look, quick story. Hey, look, Drake, Lydia, our cousin. Shout out to our cousin Lydia. Love you. Hope all is well. When she was young, or I was younger, I lived on 12th Street. I went across the hall, and my cousins wouldn't let me play with them. To hell with them. I went over and I played Barbies with my cousin.
There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm not saying, and maybe
I had kids.
I was using that as an example.
No, I know.
Hey,
but
gay people have kids too.
It was one of the funnest times I ever had with Lydia. And
I was using that as an example,
right.
because it's more of a feminine thing.
I just thought about that. And I went over. I remember, you know, and I was
There was a
sharing
Ken
that with her.
doll. There was a Ken doll.
Right, and
It's
that's
okay.
who I was. That's who I was.
It's
you know?
okay. I just think that when you go through life, that, you know, when you go through life, there's a lot of confusing things and a
Right.
lot of feelings you have inside you. And who am I to tell you that the way you feel is wrong?
Yeah, we're
And that
growing.
you have to be the
Growing.
way I feel, because we're not the same. Do I agree with it? No, that's not who I am. That's not,
Right.
but I can't tell you that you don't, as a man, don't feel more feminine than not. And
Right.
maybe as a man, even though you feel more feminine, you might hate yourself as a man
Right.
because you know that you maybe somewhere in the scheme of things,
Something's-
you were supposed to be born a different way.
Right.
And so I
Getting that itch
could
or
not
something.
imagine going through life hating myself the entire time.
Yeah, that's
And
horrible.
if you hate yourself and there's something you can do to change it, then fucking do it. If I hate
Right.
small boobs, I'm gonna get big boobs. If you don't like your,
I like big boobs.
if
I
you
like
don't
big-
like, that's what it is. If
Right,
you don't
right.
like your parts, well,
Right.
I mean,
Hey, look,
who am I to fucking tell you that you
Well,
should?
one of the
like Tori.
I don't pay your
JR,
fucking bills.
Tori, JR, look, that a friend of mine, you know, I was talking to her about wrestling, and she was like, you know, the Rock got his you know, got his chest done, his boobs done. Do you remember that, JR? Remember hearing that story back in the day about how the Rock got some work done and everything?
And that he
Yeah, like his nipples or something.
If
where,
everybody is okay
but
for all the other alterations
it's
to their
so
body, why do
petty,
they
you know?
concern themselves about what's between someone's legs? It's not like you're sucking my dick.
Right.
Well-
Or Peggy.
I don't have a dick. I don't have a dick, by the way. I don't have a dick. But you see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
people need to mind their own fucking business.
The secret word today. The secret word today,
Yeah,
like on Pee Wee's
I agree
Playhouse,
with
is
that.
pegging. Just for the record.
Right. Like, unless I'm the one that's
I
fucking
agree
you,
that
don't worry
everyone
about
should
what I
make
do.
their own choice.
Right.
Yeah, they need to mind their own fucking business.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, I don't have a problem with no one's choices. I just don't like the fact that they're trying to make it like, you know,
You should
like
do this, or
they're
this
making
is
conform to that.
right. Right.
Like, I don't think
I
that.
agree.
Right.
I don't think
I
it's
agree.
natural if it's done by a human. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're
Right.
born that way, that's the way it is. Like, if you're altering it because it's your choice to alter it, that's fine. But
Don't.
we shouldn't have to alter everything
Force
else
it.
that's based
Right.
I
on
agree. I
natural
agree.
Right.
I agree. And I don't think that the government should be involved. Now, the reason I do believe the government thinks they should be involved is because of the people, like, and this is touchy as well because it's worded differently, but there are people who don't think that they should be able to alter, and they're all in someone else's business. And I think they think that if the government
Crazy.
says, hey, you let your child do what they want to do, or we're going to put you in jail.
Yeah, I know those people. They're called
I know
Democrats.
those.
Just kidding.
hey, you know what? What?
Will allow me to retort.
So,
Stupid.
JR, I want to appreciate you calling in, brother.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you. Anytime, call in. I have a story for you before you go.
Oh,
if you
boy.
remember,
Uh-oh. Story time.
I told you, JR, it was coming.
That's
I know
short
you're
time.
always ready for it.
Story. So I remember, and we're talking about like all this stuff or whatever about women, men, or whatever. But when someone is heavily medicated on drugs or on drugs, and they say, if I had a cigar, I would rule the world. JR, who said that?
Honey. Bianca.
Wow. Wow. Hey, I think we got a winner for a hoodie, bro.
Yeah, your address. I'm gonna send you a
Send
hoodie,
'em.
brother. If I had a cigar, I would rule the
Wow.
world.
Hold
I
on.
want-
There were two honeys. Hold up. Not yet. There was two honeys. Which one? The blonde one or the?
Oh,
He
boy.
He said Mexican.
Okay. Hey, I'm just trying to make it a
He
little
likes
harder.
Mexican, not Neapolitan.
He said I
Not
seen her on the news.
Neapolitan.
I did see her on the news. What was she on the news for? Robbery? I can't remember. I remember
She's like, what?
What?
It's something crazy.
Yeah, because Jew sent me that he's like,
Oh my
fucking
god, are you serious?
on the news.
Your hose was on the news for robbery?
She was like obsessed with me.
She was obsessed with you.
She was,
Man,
don't you remember? She used to tell me that.
Yes. I remember. Too many. I had bad dreams still sometimes, man.
She was my bottom bitch.
Jesus. Yeah, we used to go over there on Del Rey. I remember a couple times picked her up, and I was like, man, you'd be like, hey, go knock on it.
That should have been your first indicator you were picking her up from Del Rey. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
and you know how Del Rey is. It was like
he was bound to have an assault
like,
and a robbery on
there
her
was like
record.
one or two houses, and then it was just all land.
All
Kinda
land.
like how you know what I mean?
All
Like,
land.
yeah, and I used to be like, "What, man? Go
Flat.
knock on the door." Hell no, okay. And then I go knock.
One
whatever,
single
but-
trap house in
I
the middle
wonder
of all land.
It was exciting.
I wonder if Amy remembers
I know.
story of driving her,
He does.
where he drove her to a call and
Right.
she came out running from the guy because the guy was like sitting in the bathtub or something.
Oh yeah, no, we told that story. Yeah,
Oh,
we
my
told
God.
that story. Yeah, he. I don't know, man. Maybe he can call in and let us know if he had $500 in his pocket that night or not, man. When it all was all said and done, but yeah, I'm glad. Hey, look, Jr. It was only me and him driving that night. I'm pretty sure. I'm glad he took that call, man. So I lucked out, bro. I lucked out because I'd have been gone. Sorry, you would have had to go pick her up or something. So.
If he was in the bathtub, I would have shook him down too. Fuck it.
Well, my boy said, "Look, I would have, I'm not touching nothing with shit on it." So
there it is.
It's
Yeah,
kind of gross, but yeah.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it,
man.
You could have cleaned that off.
Yeah.
Yep. Put a little rinse on it. Put a little spit. It's fine.
Right. We're sanitizing now, so why not? Right.
Yeah.
You got this.
Thanks for
You
calling.
guys are gloves anyways.
Call
For
in
sure.
anytime. I appreciate
For
it.
sure,
man.
man.
Love you. I'll
And-
talk to you.
and, well, real quick, hey JR, before you go, man, like I know we talked a little bit about you possibly down the road doing your own podcast, and I don't want to give away nothing right now. I know you're not ready, you're gearing up and all that, man. So I definitely, for sure. I just want to say I'm happy for you, and I hope everything works out, and obviously we can connect, and you can maybe get me on there, talk about little sports, and like I said, I got a gem for you, who's a big time memorabilia guy, and I can't wait to see what you're gonna do, man, because it's
let us know.
I love that.
Let us know.
All right, for sure.
For
I
sure.
appreciate
Yep. Take it easy, man.
Bye.
Damn, that
that
felt
was
good.
That was good.
I haven't talked to him. We didn't talk to him in so long, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I realized it was almost like
Dominic says, "Let's talk hockey." They suck.
Oh,
There we
hockey
go.
guy. Is he a Red Wings fan or is he?
I'm pretty
Red
sure.
Wings.
I just.
Really?
All right,
That's
I'm gonna.
dope. He likes hockey like that. That's dope. Thank you.
Yeah, his sons play hockey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a hockey guy.
Okay.
You're whatever your kids play.
Right.
Seriously.
Well, they won the other night, but I said they're 6-13-3, which is pretty horrible. But I'm going to play the highlights for you.
I still like watching them because I haven't watched hockey in so long.
Open net. Open net. So, it's definitely tough. I mean, to watch them. I've been catching some of the highlights. I said he was headed out to lunch right now. Maybe next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was saying he was going to call in. So it's tough to watch them. I mean, I know Larkin is their captain. I'm just hoping that they get better. And see, I get that NHL is what they're doing is playing the same teams because they're not trying to spread the 19. I'm just
safe. They're still playing.
I'm just saying I'm kind of sick of seeing them play the same teams. And if you play the same teams, don't you watch some of the tapes back and be like, okay, we could beat this team?
I was gonna say that.
I'm thinking myself like that. I just don't get it. Like if you're playing the same fucking teams, you should be watching all kinds of the
because at that point they're predictable. But
right. That's
or it just is what it is, and they're just better than you flat out. So
I'm thinking that too, because if you look from the other point of view of the team that is the better team, they're looking at us going, oh, they're predictable. This is what they're going to do.
Right.
And the other team needs to look at that and say, okay, this is where I'm lacking. I need to step it up. So then you have to wonder, are they just a better team?
Yeah. And it's like, are we, we go into games. It's like, okay, did we overlook them? Like they talked about, different sport, but still like the Chiefs. And then did they overlook, Tampa Bay and this and that? Sometimes that happens. And maybe that's where we squoze out an extra win or two. So, you know what I mean? And just on a good night. But hockey's different, man. You already know. You talk about the way the cookie crumbles. I mean, the puck can bounce different ways on any given night, man, with hockey. So, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I watched a few games. I watched a lot of highlights as much as I can. And I want to see consistency as far as them just playing, basic fundamentals, man, and just playing defense and just and it everything I watched. I know the Red Wings are the only team that you always see that consistently, young, old, mixed veterans and rookies and shit. But so it feels like that's always there, and it's kind of hard to it's hockey
to not see the consistency.
Yeah. So I know they're. I mean, look. And with Steve Yzerman at the helm, like I know they're playing hard, man. They're playing for him, probably more than the coach. But that's, and it's kind of funny to say, but I mean, I don't know. So you, like I said, you might get your wish, and he might be a stepping stone. So I don't know.
All right, well, we'll move on to NFL. So I know you text me with this, and I saw it. So NFL player, and I don't know if they named the player, threatened to leak photos of ESPN reporter at the strip club. What was that, Alex? Because I know
what, man. I didn't even. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even read it. I just was like, I was sending you stories that I thought were crazy. And
is this person married? What was he doing at the strip club? Was he in the VIP?
It's not anonymous, obviously, but you're right. And I was just like, wow, like that.
Was he in the VIP? Was he getting extras, or was he just looking at some tits, having a nice steak? Like, who cares?
Right.
Because we all know that strip clubs have the best food. So
yeah, they do.
He just wanted some lamb chops. Speaking of, I want some lamb chops. I ain't had strip club lamb chops in a minute.
He went to go look at some lamb chops and eat some lamb chops.
Honestly, okay, so being from a strip club industry and being a bartender and being in the industry in general for many, many years, there's certain types of men and women that come in there. Some come in strictly just for the food and don't want a dancer to stand next to them at all, especially while they're eating. They don't even want a girl that's half dressed bringing their food over to them. They're like,
gross sometimes.
Right. Don't touch my chicken wings type shit.
Right.
Then there's men that strictly come in there just for that, and they don't want any, so I think it just depends on what he's doing. And if I was him, I mean, yeah, he's on TV and, they're going to turn it into this big ordeal, but,
so it was Baltimore Ravens, Matthew Judden, linebacker for the Ravens, isn't happy with the reported detailed recent story from ESPN writer, Judden is publicly threatened Hensley as a result. So I guess maybe
they must have been together.
And he's talking about J.J. Watt. Wow.
is unhappy with detailed report of Hensley's recent story.
Listen, that's just some snitch ass shit. Like, come on, don't
That's
be a
why
fucking
I didn't read it because I was at work, but
you're a fucking snitch.
The title says it all, right? Am I right or wrong, Tori? I mean, I was like, that was the first thing that I thought about. I was like, what a snitch.
You
like,
snitch
really?
ass bitch.
Like
Like,
we grew up.
That's
in sports.
what you went for.
You keep shit in the locker room, man. Especially when you're a bad team. You already got enough shit going on. So
I guess what it is.
Well, you don't make a good report about me. I'm telling so-and-so that you went and looked at some tits and ass. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So here's the thing. It says Hensley lied over contract offer reported. So basically, I guess he was lying on the contract, and that's the reason why he was going to leak.
Okay. Oh my god.
There was nothing else that he could have did.
That's like holding somebody for ransom. That's like Ultimate Warrior shit.
So he said he lied about it, and all he could think about is I'm going to tell you we're at the strip club.
Wow.
Yep.
That's all he had on him.
Lord, leaked the photos.
Wow.
Well,
so he was unhappy with business.
So what that tells me is if he wasn't with him at the strip club and got the photos, he set him up. He paid a girl to lure him and snap photos.
Yeah. Don't ever exclude that for sure.
Because you a whole ass snitch. That's what happened.
Sure.
He said, all right, you know what? I know that you like to go and fondle, as Alex would say, fondle little things.
Fondle.
And yes. And so he had some girl, he paid her some money. It was and had her take him to the VIP and snap pics. That's what that was about.
Right. Damn.
Because unless you were with him, that how else would he get these pictures?
Right.
That's all set up, which tells me that you're shady too.
You're hanging with the wrong. Yeah, I mean, shit.
You're shady too.
So, and on top of that, right.
And if you wave candy in front of a baby, they're gonna take it. So let's not act like this might not even be his normal behavior. He could have had some drinks. He could have had some things slipped in his drinks. And then he always got coochie in his face. He got titties. He's motorboating. Take a pic. Hurry up.
That's the whole atmosphere for sure, man.
Come on. If you haven't motorboated a set of tits, like whatever.
Motorboat.
Whole lot of different.
And that's and this is what kills. Listen, it is what it is.
And it's
so you know, and then you can even go even further. I mean, we had a president that got fucking impeached or taken out because he got his dick sucked, but we got another one that's flat out running the country like death row, and nobody said shit. So
yeah, no, you're right for sure.
Which is that? We got a Suge Knight one. We got one that got his dick sucked. I'd much rather have my president happy. Let him get his dick sucked.
Right. Yeah. That's why everybody thought that shit was cool.
Yeah.
When they were all getting their dick, when they were all getting their dick sucked privately at the strip club, and they were all paying for their mistresses' abortions. But we won't talk about that.
Right.
So,
right.
But let's lure this guy in with a hot stripper. Come on. I want to hear what. Honestly, I want to find the stripper and hear what she has to say.
And you know what?
She's gonna let the truth out on what really.
And you know what though? When players do that shit, all they're doing is telling on themselves. Like you just said.
That's it. He's telling on himself.
What the fuck are you doing?
He's telling on himself.
Right.
He's telling on himself.
Right.
And the stripper that he probably had him lure was probably his A1. He was her A1 client.
Right.
He was like, listen, I got a dude for you.
I can see all of that for sure.
I'm going to let you run his pockets. All you got to do is just take a couple pictures. I know the game. Come on now.
Right.
Where's her? Let's find her. Find that stage name. I'll pop up on a bitch.
Damn. All I gotta say is that I love getting my dick sucked, so I appreciate it.
Man, good to know.
I love Slick Willie. Where's he at? Where's
Slick Willie?
Slick Willie. Where's he at?
Listen, I'm not sucking nothing that you call Slick Willie, okay?
Wow. What in the world?
I'm like, who the fuck is Slick Willie?
I call mine the great one.
Oh my God.
The people's penis.
Now I really want, okay, Drake, we need to find this stripper. Can we get her on the show?
Yeah, let's find her.
You like that one better? The people's penis or no?
Where, okay, here we go. Where is he located? We'll do a search of strip clubs in the area. I guarantee I'm gonna find this girl.
That's some dissection. I think we have to do this now.
I think we do, because I think there's more to this. We're gonna break the whole fucking internet with this one.
I know the names. Slick Willie.
Slick Willie. No. Anyone calls it Slick Willie, I'm fucking running.
The Slick
I'm
Willie
running.
files.
I'm running.
Well, let's move on to golf. So Dr. Oz says Tiger's injuries will not end his career. His golf career is not over. Give him about a year to recoup.
Yeah, he's all good, man.
If he doesn't get addicted to the pain pills again.
So I got a question. I know that they said that they didn't do a blood test. Why didn't they do a blood test? Because I know anytime you've been in an accident, don't they do a blood?
Money.
Why do you think?
I think they didn't do a blood test
down.
because one, money. Let's just put that in number one and number two, money. 3, the officer said when he realized who he was, it was like, oh, okay, let me help you. Obviously, let me help you regardless. But they did say that he was coherent and he didn't seem that he was on anything. And most of the time when you're coherent and you don't look impaired, they don't do a blood test. Even though you could be very well,
had a beer or two, right? Whatever.
And just really good at hiding shit. So... And like Fallon said, it's all about the money.
And he's Tiger Woods. I mean, what the
yeah,
hell?
and I'm sure the officer was starstruck because like, he asked him who he was, and he said Tiger, and the officer was like, oh, and stand there and spoke with him the entire time.
Instant catering.
I'm sure when he said his name was Tiger, he put a little there was a little more care added to it. Not saying that there shouldn't have been, but.
Right.
He wasn't thinking, let me do a blood test because he he seemed okay.
You're gonna put your money on something on a cop, like I mean,
I think like we said before,
they do the other things they do, then they're definitely gonna
I think a lot of things played a role in that, but they said he didn't seem impaired. And again, like we said before, I personally think it was an accident of ego.
Okay.
That probably stemmed from, could have stemmed from other issues going on with his back pain and all this other stuff and his impatientness. And maybe he's not doing the pain meds like he was before because he knows that he had an addiction. So when you don't take certain medications and you're right there on the edge of pain all the time, you're irritable.
Right.
And impatient. And I think it's just ego that caused that accident. So.
Okay. Fair enough. I was just wondering why did they do a blood test and stuff like that, and like
he probably looked.
Everybody always says, it's all about the money. So let's move on to something huge that I saw that caught my eye.
Did you just say huge or huge?
Huge.
Oh,
Wrestling, the big show.
No.
Legend signs with AEW. You guys are wrestling fans.
Right.
That he was with WWE or WWF for 20 years. That's crazy that he hasn't jumped ship. But that makes me think, is WWE, are they worried about AEW? Because this is the whole WCW that I see. All the superstars are going to jump ship and go to this AEW.
No, man. You already know the type of the level that Vince McMahon is on.
Right.
Nobody's ever going to be able to touch that company. They're involved in stocks and all that.
Yeah, I think each wrestler's dynamic with him and the company is individually. I think it's all individual because
I heard that before. It depends. If you have a good relationship with Vince, you get pushed, or I guess Triple H now.
Well,
I mean, you're definitely not necessarily. You're definitely more in the safe zone.
Well, he's
a shark. He's a shark, and I don't. Regardless of how great you are with him, if you're not making him a buck on and his numbers aren't the way he wants them, it doesn't matter if he's your best fucking friend. He's one type of person. He'll boot his own mom.
You hit it right on the head, Tori, because there ain't all the wrestling podcasts I listen to and all this shit from people that been in the business for 30 years or less. There ain't no such. I just listened to one the other day. There ain't no such thing. They said Vince McMahon literally told them it was Bubba Ray Dudley. There's no such thing as no push. You
There
get
is?
you get your he don't believe in that word. You get yourself over, and then there's he called it opportunity. You get
Okay.
yourself over. And all these guys like Stone Cold and The Rock, they all said, you got to get yourself over, man, with the crowd. You have to do your homework. You have to, you know what I mean? Like, so with the like Cody Rhodes came out with something in this past week and said about, he would love to do some, intertwining because they're doing some business with another and they're not independent, but they're smaller. Everybody is beneath at WWE is up here, man. Everybody else is down here.
Okay.
AEW might be right here, but you know what I mean? So Cody Rhodes was just talking about how they might want to do business. He was trying to send out a friendly message. But Vince McMahon would never do business. McDonald's don't do business with Burger King. So it's that same type of deal and all that. So, but the whole thing is like, there's so many fans with social media and I hate AEW and I love WWE and I hate you should just root for it all, man, because it's always only been about WWE, obviously WCW and shit, you know what I mean? But Vince McMahon is the guy, bro. So you should praise all these things and just be happy that you have options to watch this shit. If you are a wrestling fan, why knock anything and be negative? That's my whole point.
I like the fact that some are branching off though, because my view on Vince, my view on Vince McMahon, he's a shark. Sharks don't go around going, "Arr." They just do what sharks fucking do, right?
Yeah, people to answer to.
And he's a businessman. He does look at where opportunity goes both ways. And if you got an opportunity to woo the crowd and shine, then he lets you do that. But he kind of contradicts himself because, he switches his flavors on what he likes often as well. He goes where the money's going to go. So you may feel you're in a safe position, but you can never really be in a super safe position in that with him, because bottom line, he wants to know what you're
just like that.
generating.
It changes.
Boom, it changes. So to see other people, and sometimes it could be hurtful to them as well because they're so loyal to him, and he's more loyal to the opportunity on what you're going to make him. Compared to
he knows who's loyal. Like Undertaker.
He definitely knows who's loyal because those are the people he make. Exactly.
They made the business along with his genius. But but for sure.
I mean, but he also looks at the opportunities as well, and there has been times where he has made money off of people's downfalls instead of doing what the more humanitarian, the more empathetic thing to do is. He's turned it into a storyline and made money on it. And unfortunately, some of those people have passed away, and there was more he could have helped instead of trying to get his numbers up. I mean, I like the guy as a businessman. I think he's great. I think in business, it's, it's not personal.
I mean, he created, I look at it, I keep it kind of simple. He created a lot of memories.
Empire.
He created a lot of memories.
A wrestling empire of memories.
His father started from it. So they created a lot of memories for me and my father and my family and stuff like that as a childhood.
I also think when you like the Big Show or Undertaker or any of these huge, entities and people, you get to a certain point where you're like, okay, is there more to this than just having Vince McMahon's thumb on me?
Right.
And so for them, you have to grow. And I say good for them because, they hit a platform with him. They can't go any higher. And not only can they not go any higher, their fate rests in his hands on if he's going to switch up the flavor on what he feels for that storyline. So I think that takes a lot of courage, and I think it really shows their strength. And it's it's another level up for them.
Well, this is the thing though with that.
But I still think they respect him. I absolutely still think they respect him. I just think it's time to part ways and step their game up from a different.
They always say, they're like, look, okay, like we talked about right back. Why would you spit on the hand that fed
Feed
you.
Mm-hmm.
Like he
Right.
gave you an opportunity, and because you didn't reach this,
He's salty.
you didn't reach where
He didn't step.
yeah,
Right.
and stuff like that. But also, what it is, it's like okay, like I use this as an example. My cousin was talking about this when the Dudley Boys came back. Well, why are they losing? Why are they? Because they're putting they're building other talent up.
Listen,
You can lose in wrestling. You can lose a match and still come out the winner.
It's like this. Basically put,
get
we're
your
all
dance
dealt
partner over.
Right. We're all dealt a hand.
And
Don't
still
bitch about
look
the
good.
cards you were dealt. Play the fuck out of them.
That's what people don't. There is a science to it. There's a
Play
science
the fuck out
to
of your
it.
hand, or play the fuck out of your hand.
But
Stop bitching about what you were dealt.
But these guys want to. It's not about going somewhere and making money. They care about Billy Gunn has been at AEW. These guys, these veterans that have been in the business for 30 years, they care about helping these younger wrestlers. That's why they're over there. That's why Sting is over there.
Mm-hmm.
They got the Big Show, Drake. They got, you know what I mean, Billy Gunn. Like all these, think about it. Arn Anderson. You turn to the left, you got Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard. You look to the right, bro. You got Sting and the Big Show and Chris Jericho. You know what I mean?
I think it's great.
What they're doing with like what WCW did, I think you froze, but what WCW did,
I'm still here.
and they're keeping, you know what I mean? Like they started getting Macho Man and all these guys and all these entities that
it's another opportunity. It's another level to shine. Yeah.
So,
not have Vince McMahon.
Right.
Ahead
But
of
that's
everything.
the thing, though. These guys want to. I don't look at it as nothing else other than they want to make the product better.
Right.
You know, and help these young guys and shit develop. So, you know what I mean? They don't have an
I think they're doing
awesome.
great. I think they're doing great. I really do. I enjoy it.
Well, I think
how out the box they are too when they wrestle. It's
and he's a
nice.
big name. Sorry, I mean the Big Show. He's a big name. People love him. You know what I mean? So
he's got a huge following.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean,
I'm gonna tell you a story real quick. So I had this is when the Big Show and The Rock were they were still known, but we had a girl that actually went to go see the Big Show.
I think I remember that.
She said, I mean, his fucking dick was.
I think I remember that story.
Really?
Yeah, it was just retarded. Like
peg that. Have fun pegging that.
Yeah, it just looked like a big horse. Yeah. So.
Ah.
Yeah, because I had a girl that actually seen.
Let's see. Look how big that guy is compared to Mayweather, man.
Yeah.
I had someone that seen the show, The Rock. They were in town. We had girls that had actually seen a couple wrestlers. But when you say Vince McMahon, I think Vince McMahon has.
I got tiger blood, man.
He's got tiger blood. So there it is.
He does. He does. Guy sleeps like 4 hours a day, man. But he doesn't.
He's got big dick. He's got big dick energy.
he's got, what do they call it? Testicular fortitude.
Just yeah. So, we'll move on to the U.S. We'll move on to the U.S. So did you guys catch that U.S. Gymnastic coach committed suicide hours after sexual assault charges were filed?
Wow.
Did you guys catch that?
No. Fill us in.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, what? I guess I can go to the story. Let me just pull it up real quick. I committed suicide. What was the charges? I guess. Hold on. Let me just bring it up real quick.
Wow. That guy's doing that for a long time, man.
It says John Good dead, according to state officials. His attorney reported taking his own life after sexual assault charges were filed against him.
Michigan.
Died from what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound Thursday afternoon. Michigan Attorney General Dana Nelson issued a statement moments ago saying, "My office has notified the body of John was found this afternoon after taking his own life." The coach of legendary 2012 Team USA Gymnastics
crazy, man.
Charged with multiple counts of human trafficking, sexual assault, facing up to life imprisonment. And there's connections disgracing a Team USA doctor, conviction sexual predator. 63-year-old was head man in charge when The Fierce Five squad won a gold 2012 games in London.
Damn,
the team
that's horrible.
compromised by superstars. So I don't know what was going on, but
So he was assaulting the team
yeah, he was doing. Is it by law?
He was doing a bunch of shit. Like
and trafficking,
they had
all kinds of stuff.
They had 24 accounts. The victims suffer from disordered eating, Nessel said, including bulimia, anorexia, suicide attempts, and attempts at self-harm. Excessive physical conditioning, repeatedly being forced to perform even when injured, extreme emotional abuse, and physical abuse, including sexual assault. Many of these victims still carry these scars from this behavior to this day, the Attorney General said. Wow.
Oh, yeah, he killed himself because he was guilty.
Wow. I mean, Jesus. That's got to be one of, like, next to the other, that I brought up to you before, Tori, on the show. The wrestling coach. God, I know his name. Like I said, he was Kurt Angle's coach and shit, and he had all that craziness going on. The Foxcatcher movie and all that. But yeah, I mean, this has got to be next to that, man. That's pretty.
I think
sick,
suicide.
Man.
I think suicide is a real problem, and I think that that's a mental condition. But I feel that this guy committed suicide to take himself out of being held accountable for his horrendous actions to these women. And I feel like the trash took itself out. And maybe this, for these victims, they wanted to see him be punished instead of taking the easy way out. But there has to be some sort, I don't know if you would feel closure or not if you were his victim, because I know if someone did something to me, I want them to pay for what they did to me or my children or my loved
as long as they're alive.
For as long as they're alive.
Right.
And he took the coward way out because clearly he's a fucking coward.
Right.
So,
let me ask you this question though.
And I'm not saying people who do commit suicide are cowards, because I feel that suicide is a mental condition that needs to be addressed, and people are physically and mentally in pain.
But in this case,
and this guy wasn't suicidal. This guy was a fucking coward. There's a difference.
Right. And in this case, right. And in this case, I agree with you. And that's why I wanted to ask this question. Like, how does nobody see this? How does nobody ever speak up and see this? Any actions? I mean, I don't know.
So when you I don't know. My kids,
so long.
My kids played sports, right? And when you are at that level of athletic, ability and sports, there is a pressure that is put on your child, your athlete, and a lot of coaches get away with it because your child is amazing and they think the coaching is just great.
Right.
Coach so-and-so is a dick, but he gets it done. And parents like to ignore some of those things.
Or maybe the coach is, manipulates the parents from the get-go and has them hooked and like, okay, my son had child.
My son had a very manipulative coach in football in 8th grade, tried to get me to agree to let my son stay back 1 year because he was so good when he found out my son was the youngest. My son was the youngest on the team.
Right.
My son calls me from Buffalo Wild Wings. Hey, Coach so-and-so took me to Buffalo Wild Wings after practice. I'm like, wait, what?
Wow,
He was grooming him to put that out into the universe.
Right,
my child had great grades.
No, ABC. Stop it.
If he had bad grades, I would have had him stay back. But it all stemmed because he wanted my child.
It just didn't make sense to you. You're like, hold on.
My child was a star player, but he found out that he was the youngest in the class, and you could stay back, and tried to bribe him, and then tried to bribe us. And that's what they do. And he was a fucking dick. And there's a lot of parents that also live through their children and through their experiences. And so they ignore these things and they just tell their kids suck it up or whatever. And then the kids are afraid to tell because then they're going to get benched.
Right.
or they're going to lose their scholarship that they
Some of
hear
them
their
actually love what they're doing.
or
Right.
or they're going to hear their parents. They're going to think, well, I'm going to lose my scholarship, and now my mom and dad are going to have to pay all this.
Right. There's
so
all
many
kinds
things
of
that
shit going through their head. Right.
This pressure that gets put on these kids to not tell, and fear that, and the parents, you know, the kids are like, well, they think he's okay, and then he manipulates the parents.
Yeah.
He took the trash. He took the trash out, regardless of closure or not. This monster is off the earth, and so now all they have to do is focus on healing, and hopefully they can do that.
Right. And I wanted, you know, I wasn't gonna be one of them. You know, I wanted my daughter to get into sports, and she played like t-ball and you know, a couple sports when she was really younger and stuff. But you know, I'm like almost glad. I'm like that she didn't get involved in nothing she wanted to do. But it's like, you know, it's
great.
just so.
Sports are great. I just feel that they put too much control and power to
especially
the
nowadays.
Coaches when they just need to be more in tune. And any kids that go into sports, their parents have to have an open dialogue with them to say, hey, if there's something going on, if there's this, if there's that, if the coach is fucking with you, if there's hazing, if there's
I want anything you to tell, wrong at all,
you tell me and we will address it.
Right.
You shouldn't have to forfeit playing a sport you love and an activity you love because it empowers you. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
Sports build amazing character. It teaches you so much. It's the people like that monster. If taught the right, it's, you know, you have unity. You learn how to rise up to the occasion.
Right. Be a people person. All that type of stuff.
Discipline.
There you go. That's the biggest key right there. Right?
You know, self-gratification. You feel
and learn how to be a loser too. You know,
you learn how to be a loser too.
Right.
It's a very, you know, it well rounds a person, but
integrity.
If that power is put in the wrong hands, it could go the wrong way.
Right. And some of them, they can get big heads. Like Drake, you know, used to think he was great, the greatest hockey player.
Drake used to have a big head.
I know he was probably good though. I never got to see him, but I'm sure
his head was bigger than it is now. What the fuck? Is that even a thing? It was huge, like the Big Show.
They used to call him Ice in high school. DJ Ice. Damn.
Did you have big dick? You had big dick energy in high school too, huh?
Who? Drake, right?
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah.
I think I went to 10 prom.
Damn.
In the same night.
Yeah, I went to my prom, but I was dropped out already, but I still went to the prom.
In the same night. That's funny.
So let's move on to Tim Allen and Richard are absolutely up for the reboot Home Improvement. I'll bring on the trailer. I watched the episode, a little bit of the episode. It was pretty funny.
On February 23rd, America's favorite craftsman returns.
That's dope. That's so dope.
I'm back in the shop. Tim Allen.
I can't wait to see that.
Reunite for the History Channel's
I had to
newest.
share it when I first seen it.
You still got it, man. At least I do. You got something.
I love it.
That's dope.
Original series.
No, that's what they're doing right there.
February 23rd at 10. Right here on the History Channel.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, and I heard, you know, because the other show, Last Man Standing, is like this is the last season, so
yeah.
So they,
I forgot. Like Pamela Anderson was on there as their girl.
Yeah,
all different
Pamela
people.
Anderson, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenny McCarthy, my favorite.
Yeah,
one, Jenny McCarthy.
Oh,
she was on the episode.
Yeah.
And
it was a great show.
Yeah.
That's where Pamela Anderson got her start, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it'll be exciting to watch.
So Travis,
I don't think so, Tim. I love that. My nephew always says that shit to me. I don't think so, Alex. I'm like,
Alex Wilson.
I'd be like, grab me a beer, man. I tell my nephew, grab me a beer, like during the holiday or something. He goes outside on the porch, like, grab me a beer, man. He'll be like, I don't think so, Alex. I was like, Jesus.
Oh, that's
so
funny.
silly. Funny as
so Travis Scott, Cactus Jack does it again. Huge crowd at some pop-up in LA newsstand investigating possible COVID violations. I don't know if you saw the video or saw the images. Yeah, like crowd. I mean,
Who?
Travis Scott.
Oh,
Travis
no,
Scott.
I didn't see that. Oh my god, that guy.
Yeah, he always has huge crowds.
You like
So-
it, sorry.
They said
It's not that I like him. Calm down.
he's in
Calm the
violation.
fuck down, Alex.
You were in the crowd. Don't lie. You was in the crowd.
See, I was crowd surfing. You didn't see me? I was the bitch on the cage.
He's hot. Okay, he's hot to women, but we don't have to talk about him 2 weeks in a row.
Honestly, I
I'm
don't
just
find him
talking
attractive.
shit.
I don't
I'm just
find him
talking shit.
attractive like that.
He's dope. I mean, I'm a big the drums. I always wanted to play the drums. I think that's dope.
Wait, yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait, are we talking about Travis Scott or Travis Barker? I'm confused.
Oh, Travis Scott.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, okay. I was
Okay.
talking about the other guy. The other guy's cooler than me, but okay, that's cool. He's cool too, I guess.
I like Travis Scott. I just don't. He's not attractive to me. That's not. I don't know. He's just not my type.
Right. I got him confused too. My bad.
He's a little too skinny for me. I'm too short. He's just little. I'm short. I don't want. I mean,
Right.
I need you to be a little bit taller.
Like
than
tattoo,
me.
walking around with tattoo and shit.
I honestly, I don't really have a type. I like character. If you can make me laugh, we're fucking cool. Like I like character.
Oh, I thought you said something else. I thought you said if I can make you laugh, we're fucking.
Damn. Oh.
Get your mind out the fucking gutter.
Jeez, no pressure. No pressure.
No.
I like character. I don't have a.
Like she went from like an 8 to now she's like a 15. But
damn.
Yeah.
Time out. What's that mean? He needs to grab one of those men's health magazines behind him. I don't know, man. Hey, all the power
You got
to
the
him,
crowd
man.
going crazy.
All the power to him, man. I'm not a fan. You got this guy curse. You got this guy.
Old
cursing
boy's
and
getting
talking
pissed in
shit.
the front.
Yeah, see. Mess everything up. I'd be like, hey, go to the ATM, man. Let me borrow 100 grand real quick. Yeah, a box of cereal? Really? Man, got some Reese's Pieces cereal. What the hell? Was he on the box or something? I'm about to flip that truck over. Oh my god. Yeah,
So what was he doing there? I missed that part. What was he doing?
I mean, he's promoting an album, or
I don't know, but I just
did he go to the ATM, or I mean,
he went to that newsstand.
Oh.
He went to that
He couldn't
newsstand.
have just sent somebody outside
man, you
for
know
all
what?
that.
You know what? Some of the people do that shit on purpose, man. Just like JR said, for the attention. So
Yeah.
I don't
He
know.
hasn't
I'm
been
really
in the
not too
limelight
familiar
as
with
much
the
yet.
guy. I really don't. I see him. And
He got a
stuff,
baby
but-
with one of the Kardashians.
Yeah, no, yeah. Was
God,
what's the name?
And he's got somebody.
Kylie Jenner. Right.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, he's cool. And honestly, he's actually, I watched a
No,
thing
he's a
in
good
regards
artist,
to-
though.
I
I know
watched
he's
a
a good
thing in
artist.
regards to his work ethic and his
Right.
and he likes to bring in, the rock with the rap and all that.
Right. That's dope.
He's talented. Yeah, he's absolutely
right.
talented.
And I don't see a lot of bad things about him and stuff like that.
No, he
Except
doesn't. He
except for
stays
the-
out that. He don't do
right,
that.
the
Yeah.
limelight.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just, it is what it is. And I heard him on a couple of tracks featured and shit, and I was like, that, like I think he's done shit with like 2 Chainz and Drake, and I'm, he's done a lot of stuff with, Justin Bieber. I'm pretty
and
sure.
then he had a
stuff
baby
like
with
that,
Kylie, so he plugged in his longevity. He good.
so. Right.
He don't got to make those appearances like that. He's still getting a check.
Exactly.
But to each your own. you know, get out there and make yourself
You got to poke
relevant
your
for
head
the
out
day.
once in a while, right?
Yeah, you gotta a little bit.
Keep it.
Stay relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
Just kind of crazy that even Fallon said, "Damn, that's crazy as fuck the way people were acting." So,
oh yeah.
Hopefully,
crazy.
That's why the guy that
our show get popular and Tori will go to Walmart or something. They have to escort her out to the back.
Walmart.
Escort her out to the back of Target or some shit. I don't know.
Listen, when I make it, it's Target. Okay.
If anybody gets famous off here, it will be you.
It's Target.
Right.
Listen, we all going to the top, baby.
Well, I wanted to share that.
Oh, your daughter's so beautiful. That was awesome.
So cute.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted to share that. So we have hoodies, $5. Support the show.
Did you tell her to pose like that, or that's just her? That looks like it was
no.
her.
That was her. That was her.
That was her.
She did a
that
selfie.
Was her. She hitting them angles. Okay.
That's dope.
She hitting them angles.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell. I was just asking, like.
She knows her angles.
Yeah. She, you know, I want to give her.
Like you.
I want to give her a shout out because she has just started her own Instagram, and then she's selling things on Instagram. She's making like things and stuff. So let me pull up her Instagram.
Congratulations, Nati.
Yeah, she's
entrepreneur.
I was kind of surprised. She's like, and then so I have some pieces from just things that we try to put together from the podcast. Okay. And she's like, I'm thinking I'm going to start my own podcast, and I'm like, okay.
Competition.
So, yeah. I was like, this
awesome, man. That's awesome.
I'm like, this little shit.
That's awesome.
She's gonna start her own podcast.
I love it.
I'm trying to find her
the name.
Her name, yeah, because she just I guess I can't find it. I don't know what's going on. So if you guys need
Dad, get it together, Dad.
She's gonna be like, thanks a lot, Dad.
Get it together, Papa.
You'll be the last guest on the show.
That's what she'll say. I think she changed her. I think she changed her name. But like I said, we got them. They're $35. I'll ship them anywhere in the country. So if you got them, we got them from small to XXX. So if yours, she actually grabbed a small. She's like, I was like, that's a little too big on you. She's like, don't worry, I'll rock it.
That's good spirit.
She's going to be 11 on Friday. So
okay. Yeah, and I thought she was 10 because I showed my mother the pictures. I sent her the pictures, and she asked me how old, she was trying to remember how old both your daughters were, and I said, well, Narissa is older than like a year, almost 2 years older than Amaya, right? She's 17.
Yeah, she's 17.
Okay.
So,
but yeah, that's awesome, man. I love seeing stuff like that. So
thanks, Fallon. Yeah, she's a little rock. I swear to God.
Yeah. She's your mini me, bro. She's so beautiful. It looks just like. Unfortunately, she looks like you, but she's beautiful. She pulls it off. So. I'm joking. I love you guys, man. I can say those things.
She's the pretty version of you.
Right. So this guy is going to be. I don't know why it's not pulling up. Well, let me just pull this up first. I guess we'll pull this up.
Don't forget to send me her, the link, though, her Instagram thing, so I can send it to my daughter.
I'm gonna find it right now.
My daughter could follow her and stuff.
I want to pull this up. Alex brought this to my attention, and then another friend of mine actually sent something, which I thought was pretty cool. Let's see what Fallon said. Only have boys always wanted a girl. Boys are a handful. Yeah. Boys are a handful. I don't know. Are boys a handful, Tori?
Oh, man.
Honestly, no. Boys are easy. I did not want girls. I did not want mini. Oh, man. I did not want mini me's.
Can you imagine another mini Tori?
My boys, and it's crazy because my boys are all actually mini me's in different senses. Like they totally have my attitude and my way of thinking and
Your
certain
wit,
things.
all that good stuff like that.
All of it.
Right.
But could you imagine now with the hormones and the periods and the boobs and the attitudes and the head snap
that
and
would be an awesome show.
Oh man, fuck. Zach was extra is not enough. Like I don't even no.
Right.
Hell
You're
no.
like, I can't
Hell
even
to the
imagine.
no. Fuck no. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
No.
my sister had her, she had
Extra.
2 boys, and she was like, I'm good, like, yeah, my sister raised 2 boys too. So
If I had girls, I could just imagine I would be walking around every day talking about, I want to kill this bitch. Like,
yeah, you definitely would probably butt heads, or
one minute we're cool, we're best of friends, but I couldn't even imagine a little girl coming at me like I'd be doing sometimes. Like,
right,
no.
like I learned to be happy. My daughters, they kept me in check, for sure, in a lot of different ways. So it works out,
I mean, I would have made it work, and there's times where I'm like, oh, I wish I had a girl to do these things, or let me put some weave in your hair, or let me put some.
But
makeup
after
on,
that,
that,
you're
no,
like, okay. Now
I love being a boy mom. I was made to be a boy mom. I love being a boy mom.
Right. Yeah, I could tell you're.
Oh, congratulations! Yeah, 6 boys. My firstborn is a Marine.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Thank you for your service.
Being a boy mom is definitely different. Yes, thank you for your service.
So I wanted to bring this
raising a Marine.
Roy 5 to 9. They launched this thing called UP, and I'm going to bring this up. It's virtual concerts, which I thought was pretty cool. But.
Yeah.
For the first time ever, fans worldwide have the opportunity to see their favorite artists perform live with no barriers to entry and under the most ideal conditions. Come join Voice 5-9 as it gives everyone a front row seat to the future. Youp. I know, what's Youp, right? Youp is a brand new artist concert experience. Nothing is pre-recorded. It's all completely live. So come get your front row seat and experience history in the making with Voice 5-9. Events from the Youp e-space are e-concerts, not live streams. Youp's patented technology creates zero-lag, real-time audio and visual interactions between you and your favorite artists, which means there are no pre-recorded performances and no pre-recorded fan interactions. This allows you to actually join Voice live on stage. Tap in Thursday, March 11, 2021, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, with the VIP after party happening immediately after from 9 to 9:30. For more information, visit youp.app. That's YOOP.app.
So what's your thoughts on that? Virtual
I thought that was dope as hell, man. That's why I had to send it to you guys. I was just like, damn. I mean, you think technology can't get any bigger and better? It just keeps doing just that. So I mean, I just thought that was dope, man, for him to be a part of it. And there's a couple other artists involved in it, I think too. I read whatever I could, but I just basically watched the video.
I like it.
That's
I mean,
dope, man.
I don't like the fact that we don't have that ability to go and feel that in-person feel like you do when you go to a concert. And if you've been to a concert, you know that feeling. It's a feeling like no other, that adrenaline, that rush. But on the other hand, in a different perspective, I think this opens up the window for people who were not able to go to these performances, who maybe, look at my son, for example. It made it very hard for him to go to public events, being in a wheelchair, being a certain condition. You can't see over people that are standing, jumping, dancing. Now, I think the not being recorded and it being live is going to give you that feeling.
Maybe
close.
And
as close as possible.
Right.
Not necessarily the feeling of being in the crowd and the chanting, that feeling, that energy, but it being live, I think, is going to give a more personal feeling. And I think it's going to open it up to people who not necessarily could go, or maybe couldn't afford to go, because let's face it,
for sure,
who can afford a $700 fucking ticket? Who could afford, I mean, when we went, my cousin took me to the Beyonce concert. They wanted like $1,200 fucking dollars for the seats that we had. And
$600 a piece.
like,
It was about 600
Yes,
apiece, but you
and
guys must have been close,
There
right?
was more. They were like $1,500 on some
God.
sections just to be by the stage. You know what we did as soon as she started, we bum rushed the stage and we were front row for not no fucking $1,500.
That's
But
crazy.
I think it opens up the possibility for other people to enjoy it.
Right.
I think the circumstances of why it had to happen, but change is good, and people need to start embracing change and figure out. Again, we're all dealt cards.
I like the idea. I like the idea. I think that's pretty awesome that they're doing it. So this was the other take on it. A buddy sent me this when I sent him that. See what your thoughts of this is.
Wow, that looks crazy.
No, that looks hot. I get hot just
that
watching
looks crazy. I'll be in my underwear in that bubble. That just looks crazy, bro.
That's what we're equipped with: a speaker, a fan,
Okay.
a bottle of water, and a towel.
Because it's hot as fuck up in there.
I rather do the you. I rather do the you. I'm sorry.
What about peeing?
I'm not trying to be uncomfortable, man. It looks cool a little bit in different weird ways.
I don't like it.
I'd rather be on you, man. I don't.
What do you do if you have to go pee, or what?
They got a bucket.
Yeah, they got a
Use
bucket.
your bottle. No, I don't know. That's just
gross.
crazy. Yeah,
No,
that
I
way.
don't like
Roll my ass to the bathroom. Hurry up! I gotta go.
I do.
looks
So there was
crazy.
an event. There was an event here this weekend that unfortunately I couldn't go to because they were all sold out, and I really tried to go to this event. It was in Scottsdale. But they sold pods. They sold the seats in pods, and you had to purchase at a minimum 2 seats, so 2, 3, or 4. And they had the pods, which were like little stages,
Right.
spaced out, open. And I thought that
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happened to your voice?
people are trying to call me, my fans. So, sorry guys. So I feel that those pods were kind of cool because it was like you were on your own little mini like platform stage, but it was open, and so you still got the vibe of people. You had to wear your masks, and it was outdoors. I don't like the bubble thing. As soon as I looked at it, it looks hot as fuck.
Yeah, and then the way they laid
sweaty.
them out, seeing that laid out is like
Weird.
Weird. That's kind of that's crazy.
Weird. And no, I don't like it. I don't like the bubble.
God.
Do a pod or a stage open. Still let you get that vibe, some fresh air. And that fucking bubble seems like it's gonna be harboring more than it's gonna be helping.
Right.
That's weird.
Right.
No, thumbs down. I give it 2 thumbs down.
So do you like that virtual experience? The 159 is doing, Royce? You like
Yeah,
that?
I think it's a good idea. I think it'll actually help people be able to get a little back into the swing of things, even though it's virtual. Like,
Right.
accept it
It
for
just
what
looks
it
cool
is
though, yeah,
and
the
enjoy.
way they're doing it. It just looks.
I really like that
cool.
it's not pre-recorded. I like remember when MTV used to do the open mic acoustic where they do the live
Right.
show.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
like Jay-Z would come on and it would be
Unplugged.
all live, unplugged.
Unplugged.
I love that. That's what it reminds me of, is an unplugged. And I loved that vibe. I loved
that
watching
shit
it.
was
I thought it
dope
was
back
so
in the
dope,
day.
especially when like something happened and I'm like, what did he just say?
Right.
I was like, that's cool as fuck. Like,
'cause
it wasn't
they
rehearsed.
were like right there with the audience. That was
right there. And they laughed and
that
they
was so
spoke and they had
huge
some
back then when
I
they
love
did
that.
Yeah.
So
And some people made
feel-
their careers off of that.
I
that
think
was dope.
yep. I think it's a great effort. I think with everything going on, I think it's a great effort by him, and I think that it can help more.
For sure. Oh, another fan.
Another
Hey,
fan.
we're doing a show. Leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
We're almost done. We're almost done.
Honestly, though, I think that was my
Like-
plastic surgeon. It was from Florida. Shit.
Like
All right.
my boy Nani
Yeah,
used,
I told him
like-
to call me in 2 hours. It's been almost 3.
Like Nani used to say when we'd be out, he used to be like jockers to the left, contractors to the right.
Yeah.
Seriously.
This is something we didn't talk about. But we're going to dive into it real quick, and not really dive, but I just wanted to bring it up. So, and I don't know where she's from, but Representative Laura, they caught her. She's a congresswoman. They caught her going into the Capitol, and they asked her about the new changes that Pelosi made. She said, welcome to Pelosi's fort. And then she also said, they asked her, are you armed? And she says, I won't say if I am or I won't say if I am or I'm not. But believe me, I got my weapon on me. You think it's okay for congresswomen and congressmen to now bear arms in the Capitol?
Absolutely. Who else is protecting them?
Right.
What do you think, Alex?
I mean, hey,
Absolutely.
it's free country, I guess. I'll just use those words.
No, it has nothing to even do with that. It has to do with the fact that that fucking Suge Knight of the United States went and then ran the fucking country like it was death row records, and then got off, and then was acquitted.
Like more than 2 or 3 times, actually. But yeah, right.
They stormed the Capitol and was chanting, "Kill the vice president."
Yeah. I mean, you got to protect yourself, man. No.
And then the president got off of the charges of having anything to do with it.
Right.
That's
bullshit.
For all of it.
Right, for sure.
So when that happens, you need to protect yourself, because she can't go to work and feel that she's going to be protected by
and not go back home to her family. Yeah.
No, there's a group of people out there that want to. There's a group of people out there that want to kill her.
Right. No, you got to protect yourself.
And it's been proven.
I mean, and for her to even want to go back, you know what I mean? Obviously, some of them love their job more than others, but
well, they care to make change. So
you know what I mean? Exactly. So
don't get got, girl.
I'm sure some of them.
Home.
I'm sure
she's
some
got
of
a
them,
spank, whatever she's got.
I'm sure all of them made different choices. Some of them are taking time off. Some of them are going to work with a gun. Some of them ain't. I mean, everybody's different in there. So some people are scared, or they don't want to risk their lives. And
my phone.
Some people have probably quit. You know what I mean?
What?
It is because everybody thinks I'm done, so they're trying to call me now.
Call me. All right. Well,
we are.
The Zoom. So we know everything's virtual with COVID. So Zoom is and all these virtual apps or whatever that you're doing video broadcast, Zoom, Microsoft meetings or whatever. They're saying fatigue. They're researching. They're suggesting that people are getting fatigued and basically getting burned out. That you don't have this interaction. And they said the biggest thing is that you have to make eye contact, of course, when you're doing these videos. And people are just getting tired of Zoom meetings, Microsoft meetings, anything that has to do with some type of video. Do you think this is, because I'm thinking this it is part of our culture now that we have to do this virtual shit. But do you think that people are getting tired of it?
I think that when you have interaction with another person physically, like face to face, there's more stimulation.
Right.
I'm more awake. I personally feel I'm way more awake if I were to meet you for lunch and hang out and talk to you over a meeting that way, or at a board meeting and I'm face to face with the physical interaction as opposed to on the computer or the phone. I'm not a computer kind of person or a TV person. You put on a TV for me or a screen, that's how I just fall right. I'm done.
Right.
I'm up, I'm going, I'm a mover. So when you set me down and try to make me do something like that and I can't stand up and go,
that's me too, for sure.
There's times where I'm on a Zoom call and I'm literally awake and I have to fight myself from yawning because I don't want to seem rude, but it automatically puts me in this trance.
Kind of like how I feel right now. I'm like tired, like I'm
probably. And so
sometimes
I believe that
we go too long sometimes.
I believe that virtual aspect creates a lack of stimulation, and it can make you tired.
Right.
Or just drab,
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the corporate world now, and I, to be honest with you, I don't like they're like, because a lot of times they were like, keep your cameras off, and I'm pretty much, I can fucking masturbate if I want to, right? But now that they're telling me, oh, you got to keep your cameras on, it's like, oh fuck, why do I got to keep the camera on? You know what I mean? I just want to mute the camera, turn the camera off, mute the video or mute the audio and just sit
Just
there.
make sure you're wearing pants, not like the one guy who didn't have pants on. I mean, I do like the fact that I don't have to really get fully ready.
I mean, Ellen makes a good point. I mean, kids are tired of Zoom. They're doing Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 hours. Doing,
There's no stimulation.
Yeah, my daughter's doing the Microsoft meetings or whatever because I think that's what our school district is on. But I can imagine you just all day I mean, it's not just adults, but children.
It's just repetitive of watching a screen, and no matter, even if you're watching somebody on there that is live with you, there's still no stimulation.
I gotta see the effects 5-10 years. Like I said, and I don't even if I've said this, but I had to get and me and the ex-wife had to get a tutor just because she is a social butterfly. She wants to be in that interaction. And she starts, 20 minutes later in a class, she's like ready to go to sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I had to get her a tutor because she was, and the tutor comes to the house. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is I had to get her that one-on-one because she's better in a regular school environment than a Microsoft meeting.
Right. You know what else I've noticed? I used to never get headaches, and I noticed that my vision, and I get some headaches a little bit more often if I have certain things going on.
Do you ever get them? When during our show, have you ever got one, and when you get off, you're like, wow.
Yeah, afterwards, I feel like sometimes there's
times it's happened,
and it's not. And honestly, I don't really think it's during our show. It's the duration of my day and how many times I need to be on screen, how many times I need to be interacting with a screen or a light or certain things that bother me. So even at night, I got those glasses that take the blue.
Oh wow, okay. I know what you're talking about.
There's days where I'm literally have a headache and I
how good does that work? Because I've seen
good.
Those.
I mean, good. Well, I feel like for me, it works while I'm
relaxing.
looking at it. I don't feel that it's really contributed to less headaches. When I get a headache,
but for the time being,
when I get a headache, it's not like a mild. It's like 3 days. I'm miserable.
Wow.
I can't even the sunlight hurts.
That sounds like me almost a little bit, like just.
But I think that contributed to it.
Right.
So last thing in the, I guess the comic book world, Marvel Spider-Man 3 officially came up with their title, Homecoming 3 or whatever. I'm not, and I was a big Tobey Maguire fan. I'm not a big fan of the new Spider-Man. He's better
I like him.
Better than the last one. But he's definitely not a Tobey Maguire.
He's not Tobey.
He's not Tobey.
I'll give him a chance though, just because Zach loves some Spider-Man.
Yeah, I like him. I like Tom Holland. I like him, man. I thought he was. But yeah, I mean, first is always the best. So
it says my youngest son is autistic. He can't do Zoom. He gets lost, so I'm helping him. And his teachers comes to help him as well. That's awesome. But that's what I'm talking about. I just think that I just don't like the disconnect. And I'm going to bring her, actually, her son.
Agree.
Right. So I was going to bring her son. I couldn't find. She sent me his TikTok. He does TikTok, and then I found Nathi's thing. So I'll share that right now.
Nice.
My son does a lot of TikToks for Jose. But I think this is.
Oh, I've seen him. He's so cute.
He's a cutie pie.
Cute. Yeah, I seen one of Jose. I seen him on there. I was like, oh, look at little shorty go. He's cute. So adorable. Love it. Tell him keep at it.
Keep at it.
He's got to do one for us now.
Right.
Yeah. Let me go to the last thing. I was going to bring this up. Where is it at? So the next week's guest, his name is Eddie Paul. He's a rapper out of Detroit. I'm going to get his story and all that, but I'll bring up his. Let me see. Let me just bring it up real quick here. I was going to bring up the flyer.
What do you guys got going on today?
Not much. I think Narissa said she's got to go to take one of the pets to the veterinarian. He missed one of her tutoring, so the tutor's on her way. She'll be here at 1 o'clock. I don't know, how do I share this?
Nice. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat, and then I'm gonna I'm working on tweaking my sublimation printer and heat press and certain
what are you doing with that?
You're getting everything together.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
dope.
so before the pandemic started, I was about to launch, and I had a drop shipping company and a vendor I was using, and I was really pleased with them. Well, unfortunately, things weren't as good for them, and they ended up going under. You know, and not necessarily completely. There's certain products they can, and now that they're having trouble getting,
they just had to right.
Cut so
things in
you know,
half.
It's a lot of shipments and certain things that are happening. So I decided to just take things into my own hand and be my own vendor and go and get all the equipment. And so it's a learning process. There's some things that I was like, the fuck am I doing? Like. But I will say that I'm growing and it's cool, and every day is a learning experience.
Right.
So
well, you already know you have, you know, I mean, you known them probably before me.
I have a couple things in the works. So that
couple friends you can reach out to
stuff
when it comes to all of that type of stuff. Sometimes
I'm trying to come full bloom. So I'm working on my goals today.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So he'll be on next Saturday. His name is Eddie Powell, and I'm gonna play some of his music. I just wanted to bring up the flyer.
No, I was about to ask you, is he an artist or what is
Yeah, let me just bring up. I'll bring it up.
That's dope.
God damn it, man, extend you actors, flip the script, y'all playing it backwards, like y'all got cap wing, play the block on the back wing, getting worked out, no athlete. I ain't no Jeff Cavaliere, was around beef like Cav Shaheme, trying to be a boss of course like Goro, ducked up my game, watching Joro, ducked up my chains, counting Joros, ducked up my chains, that's a plural, I mean the plural, stumbling on words like I'm about to Earl, but still great like Earl the Pearl, from Baltimore, y'all selling bullshit, I ain't bought no more, even with a discount, I hope discount, speak my name and you'll get a treat to my discount.
So he'll be on the show on Saturday. Is it? I'm sorry, I said Saturday. He'll be on the show Wednesday. Sorry,
Okay.
He'll be on Wednesday.
That's
What
cool.
fucking day is it?
Yeah, I'm not even.
Ain't today Monday?
Yeah, today. So he'll be on your spots.
Today's the day that ends in
work.
Y. Today's the day that ends in Y.
Right.
Yeah. He said yes. He'll do it anytime. He'll come on the show.
Oh, cute.
Dope.
He loves to dance.
Dope.
Can't wait. Yeah.
He might be on Magic Mike Part 20.
Let's get him on a flyer.
That's dope.
I'll bring this up. Hold on real quick.
No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure, no diamonds.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
almost
true.
done.
No pressure, no diamonds.
So there's her Instagram. See, she did change it. That's why I was looking for.
They always what is it with kids? They're always my daughter. I was like, how many?
Kids
Stop
biz.
making so many pages, or stop changing your name or whatever. What is it? That's awesome. Damn, that's pretty cool. I like that, man.
My cool guy's here.
Oh,
is that what you call him?
Yeah. You rang my bell.
Is he Mexican?
Go grab the door. Bring him on the show. Bring him on the show.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. So last thing,
Let his monkey ass wait outside for a minute.
God.
We're almost done.
Come on.
last thing, Eddie Murphy is promoting going around for Coming to America 2. He's promoting.
Yes.
He was on the Fallon show.
I was gonna say we should do a little spotlight on that pretty soon. I don't,
We'll talk.
we got to talk about that like for a lot longer, man.
Well, no, it comes on
March 5th.
March. Yep.
Part of being a legend means you spend some time with other legends, and I was thinking that I could say maybe the name of another iconic person, and you could tell me the first memory or story that comes to your mind. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. I don't know how many legends I've met.
I have 104 listed here.
You have 104 legends?
No. I only have like five legends. All right, here we go. Richard Pryor.
He was so nice and sweet to me, and I love to make him laugh. There's nothing more rewarding than to say something and have Richard Pryor go, that's how you laugh. When Richard did that, you'd be like, to make Richard laugh.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, he looked like
he was so sweet to me.
How about Rodney Dangerfield?
So I wanted to play that because I caught the first interview where he talked about Richard. So I thought that was amazing. He was like, "Wait a minute, there's that many legends," and I'm like, "I guess there's not that many legends." But I think he's talking about comedians. But the movie does come out on Friday, my daughter's birthday, Natalia's birthday.
Yeah,
it's going to be on Amazon Prime. We'll talk more on Wednesday because it'll be closer to the. But that's about it. Definitely check out my Instagram, Dreek Swift, my Facebook, Dreek Swift, my Twitter, Dreek Swift. Tune in every Saturday and Wednesday. Get your hoodie, $35. Just hit me up, and then I'm definitely sending your guys' hoodie out, or meeting up with you, Tori, today. Sending Alex hoodie out.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks.
I think that was it. Do you have anything to plug?
Go ahead, Tori, if you want.
Just Tori Rochelle on Facebook, THEE Savage Kitty on Twitter, and at All Beauty All Beast on Instagram. And I just wanted to give a little shout out. I don't even know if it would be a shout out, but there's a lot of people on my timeline who have lost loved ones this week, and I just want you all to know that my prayers and thoughts and sending light and love and positive vibes to all of you, and to stay strong.
For sure. Condolences. Yeah. There's definitely been a lot of that going on. And like I said, my neighbor, last night I got a text. And so, same.
There's a lot. We've lost several boys with Duchenne's. There's some parents that have lost their children. There's some children that have lost their parents. And I just want you all to know I'm sending you love. For
sure. Yep. It's all love from us. But I just want to say, thanks again to anybody who watched or shows us any type of support. I appreciate it. Taking the time, even if you're just chiming in for 2 minutes, I appreciate it. And I just want to give a shout out to let everybody know, I want to support my brand because it's been a pretty busy couple weeks or whatever for me. So Robert Courtney and Associates Marketing and Branding Agency. Once again, we specialize in social media marketing, different strategies and everything, and got a lot going on. So if you're looking to, you're up and coming entrepreneur or been in the business, whatever, you need any help, any tips, guidance in the marketing and branding agency, just follow Robert Courtney and Associates on Instagram and Facebook, and reach out. And that's about it. Once again, everybody be safe. Love you guys as always.
Love you guys.
Hope you have a great day. Weekend.
Mask up, wash your culo.
Be kind to one another. You never know what someone's going through.
Right.
For sure.
And get out of here.
No. Take it easy.
Thanks, guys. Peace out.
Smooches.